giving me shit just because I might want to be on camera.
That's the first thing you said.
I know, right?
Are we live now?
Yeah. Oh my god. Are you serious?
You wasn't ready.
I didn't know when you were supposed to give a countdown.
You didn't play it. No, I'm not doing a countdown.
Well, you know what I mean. For us, you're supposed to be like, "Hey guys, we're okay. We're going live."
He told me.
3, 2, 1, go. We're live.
I'm sorry.
This is the surprise. No, there's no. You don't have to apologize. So this is my pals, Broden and Chris. The new crew or the bad boys? I'm not sure.
Okay. Right here, this is the bad boy section. The new crew is the more refined and less idiotic section.
Yes, they actually saved me from being canceled. Saved me from being canceled because I was gonna call it Gimps plus Gamers.
Yeah,
and I was like, I was thinking of like the and I'm not kink shaming or anything. I'm not kink shaming.
Man, you like that.
But I was, that's what they say about the Riddler. So I was, and then they're like, oh, and then Chris was like, oh, you didn't really name it that, and Bro was like, you didn't really name it that, did you? I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, oh, that has some other connotations as well. I was like, oh, okay. So they saved me there. I wasn't planning to do another live stream. I was gonna do this pre-recorded, but maybe this might be interesting. Surprise reactions. Did I spell it wrong? Damn it! Forget that. I did. Surprise reactions. Surprise.
This is already off the rails. I love
surprise reactions. Surprise.
That is funny though.
I mean, that's why Jeremy's like, "What the hell? You can't spell, dude?" No, I can't. Not at 2:30 in the morning.
Nope.
But let's talk. Before we get to I want to get to the reaction. But definitely I want to talk about this Riddler because I've seen him before. But everyone's it's trending on Twitter right now. So let's bring it up. And I don't know. And you could, because Broden, some of the viewers here, and you could pimp your channel too. Definitely. They're getting close to 700 subs. So if you want to go check them out. But you're like, I'm not feeling it, right? I believe is what you were saying.
Kind of. The issue I have it just looks too much like.
But what the hell are you thinking, man? Look at the original Riddler. The way it is.
A black suit with a green purple tie, man. Yeah, I didn't want some. I didn't need something like. I don't want no green purple monstrosity. I don't need, man.
I'm absolutely okay with this Riddler. I'm just gonna.
But really, look. This is what we had.
That's what we had.
That is something that should never be seen on camera again. Okay, that I don't. I just wanted a black suit and tie with the tie being green and purple. It's just simplicity.
Okay.
Maybe a cap. Maybe like a nice little fedora.
Jan Ong asks, do you hate Jeremy? No, I don't hate him. I'm addicted to laughing at his ridiculous. I think he's the biggest Karen on the internet. One of the biggest Karens. Like, if you don't like something, okay. But if you complain about it all the time, it's hilarious. Zeno's here. Yeah. Jack W. Old Man David. Let's do this thing. Jack W. What's up, Binge Buddies? Geek Studios. Why did I disappear from Retro Bro stream? Because I had another stream planned. Hey, Ryan, I believe you're over from.
No, can I actually get a correction? She doesn't have a crush on Jeremy, dude. It's a troll, but
yeah.
Cool.
No, I kind of think she's digging like his look.
She might have a little bit of one on, but she knows what she's doing. Like Staggy knows how to trigger, like how to push.
Right, it's a trigger thing. It's a troll. Yeah. It's smart. Yeah. I might actually start saying I have a crush on Anna to piss people off now.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. If Anna, I have no problems with her now. Like until she says something stupid like cosplay, sexy cosplay, go right ahead.
Hey man, she just sticks to that and not talks.
We don't want to be misogynistic.
You don't want to be misogynistic right now.
I'm not misogynistic at all. I have my queen from over there too. I got one.
No.
Oh, no. Why can't I talk about the one I have?
We don't want to get into that one. That's the one we don't want to talk about.
I think Jessie is very attractive. I'm sorry.
Not normal.
That weird little twitch thing she does with her hair, that is sexy as hell, man. I'm sorry. It is.
Stop it. Stop.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm serious.
I don't want to make fun of Jesse Milestone.
Yeah, I told you the one you don't want to talk about.
But the flipping the hair thing?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what does it for me, and her anger. I mean, look, Saggy took her place. Saggy became like my new internet crush. And I don't have that
wow.
many
Oh
internet
boy,
crushes.
we finally gone off the rails.
So you know, I had
You
to,
actually made me lose viewers, Chris. We went down viewers.
why? Because I said Jesse. It was
No,
a
No,
joke.
man, he's a
because
stream
you said
killer.
the hair flip. The hair flip.
It
He's
was a
stream killer,
joke.
dog. Stream killer. He's a stream killer. He just is. I'm sorry.
Anna is well. I don't want to be. Let's not be mean. Let's not be the toxic that they say. You
Let's
know.
not get
Besides,
into that.
we started this stream to be mean to bro. We wanted to be mean to bro Dan for like in that version of the Joker.
What?
Riddler.
Yeah,
Riddler.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I don't even like that version. God, what the? I just
You like the
said
outfit,
I
though.
well,
You like.
I think people were like, "What do you think?" I mean, that looks pretty legit. It looks kind of scary.
No, I guess I could. It's just it looks too much like.
And you don't know you don't necessarily know who he is too. Like, if you're a dude wearing the classic Riddler suit, people are gonna know who you are. But this guy, if this is how he is at the beginning of the film,
Well, I mean, in fairness, though, he's a giant question mark. I think you know who he is now.
yeah.
But hey, I'm fine with it. I mean, I don't. Really
Well, I mean, like, say he's walking around in an army coat like that, and he doesn't have the hood on. Besides the question mark, you could go around and
I get it. I mean, listen, I'm not. I get trying to modernize things and not make. I wanted to do it with a more modern look. That didn't have to be this way, but the
Who
suit,
was that group from Marvel that was led by Crossbones or Skull and Bones? What's his name? Crossbones?
Grumlow.
Grumlow, yeah. What was that group that they wore those masks like that? The Rabid Dogs or something? That's what they were called, remember? They were some sort of
Flag Smashers, man? No, not the Flag Smashers.
Jan, why does it have a trash bag on it? It actually it looks like it looks like that sexual fetish.
all I can say is Max, if I was in a dark alley and the Riddler with his little suit came walking in, spinning his little cane, I wouldn't be scared at all.
Well,
this thing right here comes walking at me in a dark alley, I'm going to be afraid.
In fairness, the Riddler was never built on that because the Riddler can't fight to save his life anyway.
Who would you want to go up against? Who's more intimidating than Batman?
That's
who. Okay, well, let's actually.
I think Batman beats both of them.
Actually,
in fairness, I think Batman would smash both their heads through a window, but that's kind of the point.
Let's look at the thread here. What's Bjork doing there? There's the classic. Actually, that looks legit. You know,
if you like thinking a black suit and with the black fedora cap with some, with the colorway, I think that's fine. With they work.
Let's see Riddler.
What is Bjork doing with those eggs? I don't know. Yeah.
I mean that poster looks
better. No, that's good. Yeah.
That looks better. With the okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. Yes, thank you for the 5K. I appreciate also some of the new crew came over that helped me out. I really appreciate that. Please reciprocate the positivity and go check out the new crew. Actually, let me.
That's awesome! You finally hit it. You were at like 4.9 yesterday.
Yeah, we kind of helped him out. Let's just say it like that.
All right, here you go. If you want to check out the new crew. This version, I've seen a lot of this. The Zodiac Killer. This is
Zodiac, I get the point. That's fine.
Yeah. But this art here is legit. Here,
that looks much better than the actual picture we just saw. That looks great.
Yes.
See, I like that based off the Zodiac Killer. Then I can because they have the same type of they have the same MO. I'm fine with that.
No, I don't like that.
I can't do that. That looks like a leprechaun. I'm good.
Still slaps so hard. Do you think it is actually one of those, kink masks?
It might be.
I mean, it seems like he used practical stuff around. What's that? Johnny Depp is the I don't know if I want to. Oh, definitely not that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's other versions. That pop looks awful though. I don't like the way that pop looks. That doesn't look good.
It looks more like Bane, right? Or maybe he's Wonder. Yeah, it looks a lot like Bane. That one did.
I
like the classic. I like this classic version of Riddler there. Yeah,
I like the suit. I just want a black suit with a fedora, the colorway. I don't need them to actually make it green and purple.
I did actually like the Riddler from Gotham.
Yeah, something like that.
Was that the name of the series? Gotham? What was it
Gotham,
called?
the one on Fox.
No, I think he was legit.
Yeah,
I like that one. I don't know. Mixed reactions.
I mean, it's not. I'll be honest with you. You're probably only going to see that suit for like 3 to 4 seconds anyway. It's not going to be. He's not going to probably be in it that like for. You're not going to see in it because that's not the point of the Riddler. It's the mental mind game.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah, I knew someone was gonna freaking Pulp Fiction. I knew
Bill Nye.
Oh god.
All right. Oh.
I don't know, the way they're presenting these new trailers. They're just so. I mean, they are violent, and they look scary. This new Batman movie. So why not have a scary looking Riddler? Like for real.
Give me I can't even get an Amico. I can't. I'm giving away something else tomorrow. Zeno, you're falling asleep. Okay, we're gonna get to the reaction. This is a work of art.
Do you want me to give you some some speed? You want some caffeine?
What's that?
Caffeine?
Oh, I okay. What are you gonna give me to hype me up?
Not you. Not you. I was talking to Zeno.
We're talking about Zeno.
Oh, Zeno.
You want to give some speed or some stuff?
It took me a minute to understand Zeno's sense of humor, but once I got it, I'm like,
he wants to. He has
to mess
okay, it's great. You can mess with me, but that's funny.
All right, so what we're actually going to do too is a surprise reaction. Actually, I'm trying to give this to someone that said they may not have been reacting to Jeremy in a while. They kind of like, I'm bored with this. So it's been a while. It's actually been a while for all of us to react.
Yeah, but I'm just really.
I will listen. I will at any given time. You just call and I will help roast Jeremy. That's all.
It's not. It's really not a personal thing.
I mean, I'm also kind of like disappointed. Like, I think, come on, we know why. Because I'm intrigued by the title. Why I'm not watching Boba Fett, and we're like, it's got to be Gina Carano. Of course, he has Gina Carano. He has the Bob Iger Gina Carano did nothing wrong T-shirt in there. It's got to be that, right? It's got to be.
But just the fact that he announces it like he's like why, all aristocratic. Why I am boycotting this season of Boba Fett.
Well, why I cannot.
People get only his simps give a shit. Sorry,
I'm sorry. You did it again. You know what, man? You're fired. You're fired.
All right, so let's actually react to this. And I don't know what Rapunzel is doing to that coffee. Oh, that's
hot.
It is kind of I'm kind of feeling that.
Is she single? Did you just say that?
That's a lot of hair. Look, it's all over the table. There's probably hair gets in everything.
Well, you never know, man. The way they did, there's now there's Rapunzel that doesn't even need a man. I mean, all these new Rapunzels out there. Oof.
Yeah.
Rapunzel with a hair salon that doesn't like men. I'm like,
No, ladies, I think we all know the answer. It's going to come back to Gina Carano. They're not going to support anything until Gina gets her job back.
Comes back.
The whole no, and listen, I'm not canceling Gina Carano. It's just like if I had a contract like that, I'm not going to be an idiot on Twitter. I'm not going to say stuff on Twitter.
I'm going to put it this
way. I don't. I'm not even saying I'm not even getting to her opinion or what she was saying. I'm just. If I have that type of contract, I'm not going to say anything.
I'm just like, listen, man. If the money's good, I'm just not going to use Twitter and just talk to people and just keep my political opinions to my circle. But I will say, I think it's kind of BS that you keep Pedro Pascal there and all the dumb stuff he does, but keep the other one.
We don't know though that they didn't tell him to stop.
Well, then he did that thing again. I don't want to get into the written house stuff, but he did that thing again. I could talk about it backstage, but
I know.
That got on my nerves. I will keep, and I'm like, you know what, man? If you're gonna, it's fairness to me. If you're gonna get rid of her, then get rid of someone else.
That we just said that in the last stream. I literally just said that in the last stream. He thinks like me.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, let's see. Let's skip Rapunzel.
It's all
because they used to bash her.
I'm here to save you.
They did. I was there.
Oh wait.
Cool.
I think we should see other people.
Ooh.
You should see other people.
Apparently she's single, bro. Dan.
Oh,
get on it, bro. She's single.
And she's got Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
I'm in.
Oh, what the hell is this? Why is this Zoom poo thing? I've seen this before. What the hell is this playing on this video for?
I hate
Not
it.
so much. Did you know that every time that you pay a visit to the porcelain throne, your poop is trying to tell you something?
Get rid of it. Go
What?
Go
I haven't
away.
seen that yet. Why have I not seen that yet?
Why is that an ad?
I don't know, but that's hilarious,
Is
man.
Oh God.
I almost want to not skip it. Okay.
Something about your health. What exactly is your poop trying to tell you?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to know.
Mind. I don't want to talk.
I'm not gonna.
Guys.
And if he is trying to tell me, if he is gonna try to tell me, I'm not gonna listen to him. I'm gonna flush him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to know what he has to say.
This isn't South Park where you're where you talk to your poo. Okay, this isn't South Park.
I don't want to know what he's telling me.
If my poo's talking to me, I
don't even want to look. I just flush. Okay?
Yeah, I don't look.
I don't talk. God,
I don't talk about my poop either, like at all.
Right.
Here we go.
Not South Park.
Now to talk about shit. Now we get to the shit video. No, I'm just kidding.
Yay, poo.
All right. How many seconds? Let's actually play a game because we know. Hey, Saggy. I got
you go to bed.
Chris and Broden here. Okay, Echo Base. We get it. They're your friends. We understand.
Right?
Listen, I somehow went down the rabbit hole and ended up on the New Crew stream randomly.
You know,
and then I was like, I was gonna do a pre-recorded vid, and then I'm like, okay, let's just help me out with a surprise guest on this stream. Yes.
You know,
but we all know how fast, how many seconds. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a game because we know this is gonna about Gina Carano. How many seconds is it gonna take for him to say Gina Carano is the reason?
I don't like your
20 seconds, 30 seconds.
I'm gonna give it. It'll be within the first minute. I guarantee it.
Within the first minute.
Within the first minute.
What, Broden?
Saggy's instigating is getting on my nerves. How dare you ask us if we're Poindexter's Lounge and we can do what we want? Free country.
Well, I mean, maybe since you guys are here, it's the only way I could get her back on my stream after that. I'm not going to mention that other stream, but I'll send her a link just in case she wants to pop in.
Wait, what? No, what happened? What I missed? God damn it! Now I got to go back.
No.
Well, the Saggy's telling people to go to bed.
Yeah, but
I'll give her a link just in case. You decide, Saggy. No pressure.
Well, she already said pass. So
pass.
Sorry.
What the hell?
Oh, she's talking about the mukbang channel.
Oh yeah, that's.
She doesn't mukbang. Oh, I'm not attracted no more. That went away. Right.
I literally just told the whole world on Max's channel too. Well, Saggy's
hello, Saggy. You don't say hi to me, Nick. You're saying we talk about Jeremy's my friend. Marky Outpost is on. They're great. Hello, Saggy. You don't even acknowledge me. Thanks, Nick.
You know what? Echo Base. You know what? Go get stunnered. I don't know. I don't got nothing for that. I don't know. This all seems like.
Oh, see, she says hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. She only says hi to Chris.
She
says, Chris and Broden are on. And
she's my future wife, man. Like that's how that shit rolls, bro.
Oh, thanks. My sympathetic hey.
I'm part of that. I'm part.
All right, so I'm gonna guess 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah, let's say 30. Within 30.
No. You each have to do it different. Like
okay, I'm gonna say I don't know. Because I have not watched.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what's the word that we're saying he's gonna say?
Well, Gina Carano.
He'll bring up Gina Carano within the first 45 seconds.
Because we kind of know.
I'm gonna give it a minute 50. A minute 50.
I don't. Oh wow, that's a.
And I'm gonna say because he's gonna set it up. I think.
And as a bonus, like a little bonus thing, I'm gonna say Kathleen Kennedy comes up at least once.
A bonus. That's a bonus point.
Yeah.
She didn't say hi to me though. Oh, okay. You know what?
I don't think she's boycotting me. We're just taking some space.
She's boycotting me though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I think she's boycotting me. I think.
Okay.
All
right. So let's see. How long it takes. Why I'm not watching Boba Fett? We know it's Gina Carano.
Who cares?
And Gina Carano. Well, I mean.
Hey, I don't know. It just sounds like so. Oh, I'm not.
I actually think she should come to YouTube. Pass all these fools up. You know, she'd be great.
Hey, Brie Larson come to YouTube, so can Gina Carano.
Oh no, I think Gina Carano.
No, Gina'd be bigger than Brie. Yeah, she'd pass Brie in a second.
In the one thing I will say about Daily Wire is they don't care. They wouldn't care if she said whatever the hell she wants on Twitter, and
if Gina came on and did some stuff like Sydney Watson does, or like what Offers to Tatum guy does, like a podcast. Oh yeah, she'd blow up huge, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're 1 second in. Jeremy,
what's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy.
Oh, this is the other thing. Yes, beard? He is. He is growing a beard.
Stop.
Like I saw, like he's listen.
He looks like a baby face me. He looks like a baby face Ming the Merciless, bro.
Let's not be mean. Let's not go personal.
I don't know, man.
That's not personal. I can get a lot more personal.
No. I know you can, Chris. I believe you. I know you can. I'm saying when I saw him on the DJ Cobra channel, I saw some fuzz growing. I was like, he's not trying to grow a beard. He's not trying to grow a Kennel beard.
I don't know, man.
Yes,
That's what I was gonna say. A Ryan Cannell beard.
These guys have to.
They have you all. Maybe he's like, I don't have enough subs. I need to grow a beard.
The only way they learned their lesson. Cannell made the same dumb mistake. Dude, you don't look good. You look terrible. You look sorry.
Kennel looks okay. But Jeremy, he's not Hot Jeremy anymore.
It's not helping Jeremy out.
Were you just gonna say cancel Hot Jeremy?
Saggy. I don't know how Saggy. You have to react to the stash. You have to. He looks like he looks like a teenage boy that's just barely going through it.
I'm not
the way he's.
I'm not proud of this, man.
Oh, that made me laugh when he said cancel Hot Jeremy.
It looks spotty. It doesn't look. If he's gonna get kicked out of the Alpha Dog crew.
Yo, you gotta listen.
They're gonna be like, your beard game is suffering, Jeremy.
Max, you've got to screen cap that so you can use it in a. I almost said the F word. So you can use it in a
look at that
thumbnail later.
Jeremy, what the hell's going on with your beard, bro? Your beard.
Jeremy, cut that, man. You look terrible.
I can't lie though, man. He does have a dope ass pool house, man. It's
I am jealous of his pool house.
Yeah, it's
I mean, he's got a good pool house, but cut that thing off your freaking face, man. I'm sorry. Cut it off.
Wait, the new crew. You can use this to roast Kennel. I don't know what that is.
I don't want to look at anything to do with Ryan Kennel, or I will get instantly triggered. I do not.
I'll check it later though, Keely, for sure.
Okay,
Jim. If it's that ugly ass beard he had, I don't know.
No, he's trying. He's like neurotic and quartering up. And Kennel gets better views from him. It's because he doesn't. This type of content, you got to be beard. You got to have a beard.
I get
it's not working out.
I don't know.
Epic fail. Jeremy's beard game.
Absolutely, man. It's all
right. So we're 4 seconds in.
Yeah, we got sidetracked by this dude's beard.
No, because I was actually gonna do a video on him. Like, is he trying to grow a beard? Because I wasn't sure. That's how slow it came in. Your beard game is weak.
I don't know how you grow a beard with a mask on.
No, Tony, I agree. It's this is the breaking news about Jeremy. Is he? Well, actually, if you want to be transparent, he's gotten boring. That's the worst thing for his type. He's gotten boring. But this beard game, I am intrigued. Beta
I was always bored by.
Yeah, Zeno just stole what I was going to say. I was going to say Beta Beard.
Beta Beard. Oh man, I might have to
I was thinking the same thing. Beta Beard with Beta Beard, and then you make that the thumbnail.
Echo Base, you're not one. I saw your thumbnail, Echo Base, and I didn't want to click on it. I'll be real. Are you also trashing the Book of Boba Fett? I'll have to check and see, because come on,
you know what?
You can't be happy about anything.
I
mean, everyone's subject. Echo Base is cool. They're cool dudes.
I like Echo.
From what I've seen, it's got like a 70-some% by audience.
Yeah, but all these people talking about how it's not. Boba Fett wasn't that interesting of a character to begin with.
No,
he was cool looking. He was cool looking. Yeah, but he didn't have much substance.
There's this scene in Fanboys where the dude says, "You guys have got to stop perpetuating this myth that Boba Fett is some kind of badass." And I always agreed with that. Not that I don't like Boba Fett. I love him. But in the original trilogy, he had less than 4 minutes screen time, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In a trilogy of movies. So.
Well, episode 2 was amazing. Echo Base. It was amazing. I'm sorry, Broden and Chris. I couldn't remember. Did you watch it yet?
We haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm not worried about. I thought it was.
But episode 2 was amazing.
I don't want to get. I don't watch it in the next.
I want to binge it, Max. So I'm saving it. You know what I mean? Because I hated waiting. Me and Brodan had to wait.
But you have to watch it. Then we could have you on the show this week and talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
He's been trying to get me. But here's the thing. The only reason I was like, screw it. I'll just try to binge. I'll try to binge it and wait is because me and Brodan got so heavily invested in Hawkeye that we were like nail biting every week, mad that
it
hurt to have to wait for the next episode.
The Boys was bad too.
Yeah, and the Boys too. When they get episodic, sometimes it's good though to have that water cooler moment at the end of the week where everybody can come and talk about.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? I'll make sure we do it. I'll make sure.
So we'll watch it. I'll watch it for sure.
Yeah, we'll watch it to make sure.
You ain't ever got to try to talk me into doing anything Star Wars. I'm Star Wars simp, bro. Like, my room looks like a toy store.
Our good friend Josh is really into Star Wars, so. Oh man, you 2 Star Scipio episode? What? It was great.
Okay. We're getting sidetracked again. Let's just.
Okay, yeah. Let's. Well, I mean, that's how I roll. But how long is it gonna take? Does he even mention the beard, or is he just like?
I never know. Do you know how bro that would be? And like Jeremy already tries so hard to portray that he is a bro,
alpha,
like he's so alpha. But to me, a bro is worse than an alpha. A bro is someone who's trying so hard to be alpha, but they're not alpha. And a bro is not going to talk about their own beard. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
You never know, Chris. You never know.
To you with another video, and today we're going to talk about the Book of Boba Fett, something I have not discussed on this channel. And the reason I haven't discussed it,
he likes to talk about. I had to stop him. He loves to talk about things he's not really interested in. That just boggles my mind.
Well,
like I haven't talked about it. I want to talk about it here because I want to give a negative aspect to it, but I don't really care. Like,
well, Max, I don't know if Max, I don't know if you've been paying attention to him lately, but
I haven't actually.
Okay, well, the truth is I don't hate Jeremy. I don't like.
Oh, bye, Chris.
I respect Jeremy.
That's funny.
Bye again. What you respect? Respect, Chris.
When he tells the truth, I respect it.
Okay.
Like the shit that happened with Jack Murphy. But
that's where I think. Okay, I understand where I saw some of that stuff.
Yeah, but now he's piggybacking. Now he's like, oh wait, the quartering said this, so I'll make a video about what the quartering already said.
He's always done that.
But now he's doing it hardcore because they've ran out of stuff to talk about. Hey, Rhea, I love you.
Yeah,
I've been trying to show Rhea my retro gaming stuff for like 3 days now, but.
It's not. Man,
J43 is going to sleep too. Oh, okay.
Let's get. I have 13 seconds in
because I'm not watching it. I have no interest whatsoever to watch the Book of Boba Fett. If you are watching it and if you are enjoying it, that's totally fine with me. I am not here to pass judgment or try and tell you what you can or can't watch.
Oh, no.
It's up to you what you want to watch, and it's up to you what you want to enjoy. But I've had a lot of people ask me why I'm not talking about this show, why I'm not covering this show, and it's because I don't have any faith in Disney Star Wars. It doesn't mean that they can't produce something.
That's it? No,
Gina always that with him. I don't have faith in Disney.
I said 45 seconds. Maybe there's not.
Well, I mean, it wasn't even Gina Carano. I'm so disappointed. I thought he was going to pull the Gina,
anything that's enjoyable or anything like that. But if you look at how this channel got its start, it was criticizing Disney Star Wars, but also being honest about Disney Star Wars. And when there were things that I enjoyed, like season 7 of the Clone Wars, which I still think is a fantastic season, especially those final 4 episodes. When you talk about The Mandalorian and how much I had criticisms for The Mandalorian at times, but I also enjoyed parts of The Mandalorian. So being honest has been the kind of MO for this channel about Disney Star Wars. But through all of that, through all of the criticism, through all of the fighting with Lucasfilm employees, through all of calling them out, through enjoying certain aspects of it, I always had faith that Star Wars could come back, that things could turn around for Star
And then Gina Carano got fired, and that's the come on.
Bro, Dan said a minute. Bro, Dan said a minute 50. We're getting there. I wonder if he's gonna bring her up.
I told you.
Star Wars. Through all of that, I still had that passion and that faith. And then they fired Gina Carano.
Ah!
Once they fired Gina Carano.
Wow. Okay, so bro, that was close.
Yeah.
Hold on, the chat's freaking out on me. Listen, I didn't say I like Jeremy. I said I don't hate Jeremy.
And
I don't hate him either.
Jeremy's come out lately and said, yes, I do make stuff that people hate just to get clicks off of you.
I gotta say this.
You gotta respect somebody who comes.
I'm gonna say this. You guys
like that.
want to know? You guys want to know what comes down with knowing like how to deal with these people? You have to respect them first to really hate them.
And that's what I mean.
I don't.
That's all I mean by him telling the truth. I respect the fact that he actually comes out and says, you know, everybody does hate clicks, and that's how I make my bread and butter. But do I like him? No, he's an arrogant bro asshole. If I ever saw him in real life, dude, I don't know what would happen.
No, I'd actually shake his hand, and then I'd want to, I'd buy him a drink.
Yeah, well,
but I can't stand the thing he does.
You weren't. Never mind. I've
made some money off him. Just like he uses Brie for money. I make money off of his image. So I'm like, I owe you a beer. I'd buy him a beer.
I said it like this with the dude, man. Jeremy is excuse me. Jeremy's unlikable as a person if you look at him from the outside, but I'm sure, honestly, off the mic, it's a different thing, man. We always talk about this. When we're off the mic, man, we all have different things we do in our lives. It's not the same. That's why I keep it kind of real. And
I believe wholeheartedly, bro, that he is a lopsided, hard right Trump supporter. And I'm not saying he's alt-right or racist or none of that.
Honestly, he's a Trump supporter.
I'm just saying he's like a hardcore, and anyone who doesn't agree with his version is just as bad as like a B level. You know what I mean? They're the same.
Well, I really don't care if he's a Trump supporter. I really don't. I
don't care if he's a Trump supporter either.
But just making up the stuff where there's nothing there. When I had a debate with him, I said, "You're crying wolf about woke, and it's not there." And he's like, "No, I'm not." He said, "If everything's woke, nothing is woke." That's the phrase he says. But he does do that. He just won't admit it.
Yeah, so he does everything that he criticizes the left for doing, is what I mean. Well, and you guys go ahead. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll go.
Thank you, the Dark Lineal SE. What's good? Mass passing by, heading to work now. Great. And yes, Book of Boba Fett, very good, Jan. Enjoy stuff nowadays. And life has changed for everyone these last few years. Just enjoy stuff. Unless it's really not well, but I think there's a lot there to enjoy.
Yeah.
The Book of Boba Fett is a good show. Yes. Keely only likes Jeremy for being an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Okay. Oh, really? I didn't know. Echo Base. I used to watch the Game Chasers all the time. Listen, Echo Base does have a lot of connections. They have gotten a lot of people on their show. And I do like Billy from the Game Chasers, but honestly, that makes me listen, I'm not against that type of politics either, but that makes me, I kind of like, I didn't know that about him. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm just like, oh, okay. Because of Gina as well, but that's not the only reason. The Gina thing was just the final nail in the coffin for a lot of, listen, if Disney Star Wars is good, it's good. Certainly, I'm not going to tell anyone. But then I do know people watch it anyway, and just don't pay for it, which is kind of. I'm not going to say listen, I'm not bringing up the piracy argument or whatever. I'm just saying I just don't. Here's my thing about it. I don't like when people pirate just for political reasons because the creators are on a different political team. Like that's the only reason you're doing it. That's a different argument. Like if you feel you need to do it, I'm not getting into that argument. But like only supporting content creators that are on my political team, I kind of say that's kind of bullshit. I think. But it's subjective. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just be like, the creators.
Is that a fake D-Day Cobra? Where do these dudes come from, man?
I don't know.
That's a fake D-Day Cobra.
It's a fake one.
At any time, because no.
Yeah,
that's a fake.
Okay. Well, he has popped in before. I don't think he will anymore after the last time.
Oh no, way he put it. I thought that was I'm gonna keep it real. I thought that was a little punk excuse, man. Like, man, just say, I don't want to deal with him anymore. Just say it like that. Don't say, oh, he's sexist to you, like the women I know. Like, screw you, Jeremy. That's a punk move.
What I miss? What I miss?
Oh, nothing. Just talking about the last.
DJ Coper's in the chat.
Oh yeah,
real Jeremy, or is it?
It's not Jeremy. It's fake. Come on,
real Jeremy. Jeremy, I'm such a huge fan.
He's verified.
It's
not verified. I haven't.
It's not even verified.
He's not. Let me check. No, I don't think it's right. But hold on a second.
Accusations.
What did we accuse you of?
Yeah, what did we accuse you of?
Yeah, okay, Jeremy. I accused you of being.
Your beard.
Your beard.
Your beard is bad.
That you're trying to be like Ryan.
That's not even Jeremy.
That's not a fake account. He said it's not a. No, I got to check. I don't believe you, but now I got to check. Hold on. I haven't even.
I actually would like how I talk about this with a fake beard.
Dude, the only thing I'll talk about.
Why would you take? If it is him, why would he take today of all days? I haven't even talked about him forever.
I have an open inbox on Twitter. Send the invite. You know what? Do it.
Oh, it does. It does have a check mark.
Do it.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Okay. Do it.
All right. Send the invite, man. All right, because I criticized your beard.
If that was the breaking point, man, I gotta go freaking.
No, I do know you have I haven't even talked about you for weeks.
I don't. Right. I just didn't like the way the last time he said, "Oh, you attack the women of geeks and gamers," and dude, just don't be. Just say, you know what? And
what my favorite stream was.
Oh, wow.
the one where Zack Snyder came on and said, "I don't want nothing to do with you." That was my favorite stream ever.
I like that because of the look on Ryan Cannell's face, because Cannell legitimately.
No, I honestly wasn't a fight. I just wanted to see how long it took for him.
He looked so hurt.
Oh, Cannell! Oh, he looked like someone shot his dog.
Yeah, Cannell looked like you might have had to put him on that watch.
All right, Jeremy. I was criticizing your beard game. I was.
I don't know about that. I didn't hear any of that. I heard that.
Oh, okay.
I heard that I don't let anybody that disagrees with me politically. I heard that I just disown them and I don't let them talk, or I don't acknowledge their opinion. Who said that?
No, I said you don't like their opinion. I didn't say you didn't let people talk.
So why do I have people on my team that literally disagree with everything I say?
Why do you always get like you guys?
Because it's an accusation. You make an accusation.
Other people
wait a minute. If you make an accusation and I counter the accusation with a fact, why do you say? Why do you bring that up? Like, have you ever seen Uche? Have you ever seen Uche's tweet? Have you ever seen Uche's Twitter feed?
All right, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Chris,
so it's factually incorrect what you said.
He'll do, Max? Here's what he'll do. He'll come on here and he'll bring up all these crazy facts that don't have anything to do with the argument. Then later on, he'll say everybody fanboyed out on him. When really, if I saw you in real life, I'd slap the shit out of you, dude.
I'm so happy you said that. I'm so happy you said that.
Don't say that.
Thank you so much for saying that.
No, I disavow that type of.
Oh no! Let's continue this conversation. I am so happy that happened. No, I am so happy.
I will say.
Yes, I'm very happy.
Okay. No. So I guess you remember what happened in
Jeremy. You know me. I don't like that type of comment. You know that, right?
I did. Did you say it?
No.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Unlike you, I don't hold you accountable for other people's words.
What the hell is going on?
Well, Hot Jeremy is canceled because his beard game is lacking.
No. First of all, it's Hot Jeremy 2.0. I've already made it a thing. So.
You like the beard?
Yeah, or
is it going to beard? Or is it just
no? Listen. It's 2022. Hot Jeremy needed an upgrade. He got one. I got the picture sent to me by the official Geeks and Gamers official fan page on Instagram. So now we're doing Hot Jeremy 2.0. But what the heck is going on? Why are you here?
I didn't think this was him. I didn't think this was going to be him.
I just the moment I heard people say that the moment they confront me in real life, and then I come in and I get threatened, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
What happened? I was over on another channel.
Chris actually said he liked you earlier in the stream. He's just.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does.
I don't hate him. I agree with a lot of stuff he says, but I don't like the bully tactics. Man.
I actually said at the beginning of the stream, I said if I met you in real life, I'd probably buy you a beer.
I met him in real life, and he fed.
Oh, that's right. I did forget that. I did forget that.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a Coke.
I did hear that. Like, I'm always trying to present myself as a bro or a cool guy, and it's like, well, then why do I tell people how I don't drink, smoke, and do drugs? Because I never have and I never will. Wouldn't it be a bro? Wouldn't that make me a bro?
Somebody a bro?
I mean, that is a kind of a typical bro thing.
That's an absolute bro thing.
That's what they call bro.
I heard accusations that I try to present myself as a bro. So give me some examples.
Look at you, bro. Look at how you and Ryan talk. Look at how you guys.
Well, the
passive aggressively alpha male bully people, man. Like we've all seen it.
Ryan could be a bro. I'm just saying.
You know, actually, Jeremy, I haven't talked about you for weeks. I just that your title intrigued me. I'm like, it's going to be about Gina.
That's the point of having YouTube titles, is to intrigue people.
No, I know, but I was like, how soon is he going to mention Gina Carano? I lost. I thought 30 seconds.
Well, considering I had a Bob Iger meme with her name in it, I'm pretty sure that it was pretty easy to pinpoint what I was going to talk about. But
but I was like, how soon? How soon? That was the game we played.
I'm wondering. So, what are these horrible things I've done from these guys that don't like me? What is it that makes me so bad?
Well, I will say this much, Jeremy. I'll say this much. All right. Yeah. There's some parts of you I just can't stand, dude. But
name them.
A lot of things, a lot of the hate. And what's funny is me and Bourdain were just talking about this earlier. If I'd have known you were going to be here tonight, I probably wouldn't have said anything nice about you. But I will admit that a lot of the hate you get, at some point, people are going to have to admit that it just becomes it comes from the success you've had. You've worked hard to get where you're
at. Look at that smile.
You're successful. Look at that smile. And a lot of hate probably comes from that. But a lot of stuff you used to say to people on Twitter, a lot of the bully shit you used to do, you think people are just going to forget about that, man? Now, the version of you now might be likable, but that version back then wasn't, man. You betrayed a lot of your fans, man. A lot of your audience. I know, because
Do you have some specific? Do you have anything specific, or is it going to be general vague that you can't pinpoint? You got to give me something I can specifically address, not vague over generalizations.
Well, I could tell you what I still don't like about you, Jeremy, if you want. Okay. I know
I love hearing what I look. I'm itching. I love being told what people don't like about me.
No, because when we talked before one of our early debates. I said you're like the boy who cried woke about everything, and take a new target and really talk about things, create stuff when it's not there. I really genuinely think that you and Friday Night Tights just create a new target each week, and there's very little substance to your claims. Very little substance. You're saying things are woke and they're not.
Specifically, what? Name something.
How about the MCU, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was a great movie. You're acting like,
that's a subjective opinion. If it's a great movie, what is it? Was it a successful movie? Not really.
I believe you use the opinion as a shield to just attack. That you're just hyperbolic, saying things are garbage, and that's still my main issue with your crew.
So I'll talk about a fact. A fact is that Simu Liu did virtue signal, and he did present himself as something he was not.
Too.
Max,
of course I do.
Can I say something?
You virtue signal with your crew, and that's the other thing.
Of course I do.
Of course I actually have them on the channel. You say I have a diverse amount of people on my team, but they're not on your main channel.
Hold on. So your qualification for people on my team is that they have to be on the main channel for you to accept them.
Your problem is with you don't like virtue signaling. So you do that. You
always say that.
Virtue signal harder than Disney or Marvel ever does, because they actually have them involved in the project.
You just do it from a different side.
You just point to them when you're in trouble.
So what you're saying, Max, is that I should force the people on my team to come on to a 300,000. Then why do you continue to hold me accountable for something you know nothing about?
That's a straw man argument.
You don't know. Wait a minute.
You're all the same. You're growing a beard.
Can I answer?
Max, let him answer.
All right.
Now, I've been on YouTube for at least prominent for 3 years, and I've never had any real facial hair. Now suddenly, do you know why I'm growing my beard?
Oh, I'll feel real bad if
it's a simple question.
I do not.
Literally,
I have no idea.
Literally, because I was trying to get to 100K on D-Day Cobra before Ryan. So I stopped shaving, and my views started going good. And I was like, I'm not shaving till I hit 100K. And I just hit it before Ryan. It's a fucking meme between us. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Okay,
That's all it is.
We should make
Oh,
another.
I approve of the
It's
beer.
literally half the, like 95% of the shit you guys accuse me of, you just don't understand
Well-
it. When I'm roasting people on
Well, I
Twitter,
don't know about
of
this. I don't
course
know
I'm
about
doing
this
that.
crew, Jeremy, but I can tell you, I've seen you. You guys, when the Mandalorian first came out, you and your group were bashing the shit out of Gina Carano. Then
Oh,
she
really?
came out in support of
Well,
right-wing
thank you so
politics,
much.
No,
Thank
and she
you
not-
so
became your
much.
fucking
No,
poster
Thank you so
child.
much. Again,
No,
let's pull up
Jeremy,
my review let's pull up
I
my
don't
review for
remember-
that episode right there. Let's pull it up right now. Since
Yeah,
we want to react to Jeremy videos, let's pull it up right now.
I don't
Gary
remember
were
Jeremy.
like, "Oh, it's
I
woke,
do,
it's
I
whammon."
do
You guys
remember.
actually called her a whammon.
No,
Yes,
that was EVS.
thank you
That
so
was
much.
EVS.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
EVS.
This was
That
such a
EVS.
good. This was such a good decision.
That
Let me
was
pull
EVS.
this
Well,
video
It doesn't
up.
matter. He
wait.
co-signed on it. Who cares if it
No,
was
I
one of
did
his
not.
videos
No,
or
I
not?
did not.
He co-signed on
calm
that.
down.
shit.
Wait,
Chris,
one at a
calm
time.
down.
One at a time. Let's get some
Chris,
order,
calm
please.
down. You're throwing a lot of. You're making
Order.
Jeremy really happy, and we don't want to do that.
Well, because a lot of
got-
people, listen, a
I've
lot of
got-
people won't challenge
I've
him the
got
way that I
tweets.
do, man.
I've got tweets to
He
prove
intimidates people.
that
He don't
I
intimidate
battled
me.
against those woke claims about the episode 5 when Gina Carano presented. I battled against the narrative that it was woke.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I do remember EVS. I do remember
Yeah.
EVS.
You have
flip-flop time.
nothing.
He
You are
co-signed
getting
on that shit. There was
No, I did
backlash
not.
about it. He went in and changed his opinion, like he's
Oh,
had,
wait,
like
hold
he
on.
has on all sorts of stuff, man.
So
Well,
he's,
can you
he's,
at least-
he's looking for something. So give it a second.
Yeah,
Give
actually,
it a second.
Jeremy, can I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank
Wait,
you.
are you
I'm happy
ginger?
about
Is that
that.
ginger beard?
It's
No.
took me three. Took me
Oh, why does
3
it look
years.
bright? Oh, I was gonna say, why does it look bright?
Not bald either, by the
Oh,
way.
actually, that's a kind of cool shirt. I like that shirt.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me pull this Mandalorian
All right.
where Gina
I already
Carano-
know. I already know you didn't. I already know you didn't.
Well,
Gotta
if he wants,
love it.
listen. If he wants to
Because
prove
I
it,
know,
let him prove it.
I know. I did reactions to EVS
Only after
when
he got
did.
backlash, though, man.
No,
Nah,
literally,
I
this
don't
is the
think so.
night
Oldest
of the
YouTube trick.
show.
It's one of the oldest YouTube tricks in the book, man. If you
Let's
keep
see, what was
everything
that,
up, if
episode
you don't
5,
delete
right?
anything, wait, I tell you what, where's the fucking Zack Snyder?
Saggy,
Where-
will you
where's
get?
the
Will you
Zack
criticize
Snyder
Jeremy?
stream at? If you don't
Criticize
hide
Jeremy.
stuff, Jeremy, where's
Zack
the Zack
Snyder
Snyder
stream?
stream?
No,
at?
I
I was
privated that.
Listen,
I've never said I didn't private that. When
here's
have I
the
ever
thing.
said anything different?
Here's the thing. I have criticized Jeremy before, but I've
Yeah.
also talked to Jeremy, and like
Yeah.
I have criticized him. I've done streams about him. I've talked about him. He and Ryan have admitted they've seen my criticism. They've had no issues with it. So I mean,
Have I
again,
ever said
I
Jeremy's
have
not a
criticized
level-headed
Jeremy's
dude?
takes.
I've never said
At
that.
least
I've
keep-
criticized Jeremy's takes on Shang-Chi. I've criticized his team's takes on Shang-Chi, but like especially Nerdrotic, I criticize Nerdrotic's takes on Shang-Chi. But like I said, I have criticized him.
I think you need to get Saggy
Jeremy has
Melons on
said-
the main
No,
channel.
listen.
Jeremy.
Jeremy,
That's
when
what I
I
think.
first met Jeremy, we did, and he could confirm this because he's here while he's looking. But we talked a little bit about about my friends, meaning you guys, right? Did we not, Jeremy? And
Yes.
and he said that he had no problem with criticism. He said he's heard me criticize them. He has no problem with it. He said he's heard you guys criticize him. He told me what his core issue was with the stuff that's talked about. It is the labeling that really bothers him. And again, I can understand that. I can understand everyone's point of the
Okay.
argument. But that's what he said. He never had issues with people criticizing him. He told me that face to face. So I mean, again, I have criticized Jeremy and his takes.
Yeah.
That's how I even knew him, because of you guys, because we would always criticize
No,
him. and he's
Jeremy,
never
I
had an issue.
told her I think she should go meet you, and then
That doesn't change the fact that he's a switch-up artist, man.
You have no proof of
it
that.
doesn't-
You have
that
literally
doesn't-
no proof of that.
No, because you hide it all. Of course I have no proof of it. You hide it all.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so here we
He's looking
go.
for it now. He's looking for
Yeah,
it now.
finally found it. Finally found it. Okay.
Oh boy,
I think this is it.
I was reacting to your why you're not watching the Boba Fett's really good, Jeremy. It's really good.
I
Here's
actually
what I
enjoy
wanna
it.
know.
I'm
Just
not
don't
a Star
listen
Wars
to-
fan, and
just
I like
don't-
Boba Fett.
Don't listen to Nick at Echo Base. It's very good.
How did he even know we were talking about him? Is this the kind of narcissist that Googles himself?
No, it's
Do you
Nick,
Google
Nick,
yourself, Jeremy? I'll bet
No.
you Google yourself.
No, what
I
it
didn't
what
know.
it
I
is?
didn't
What
I
it
mean,
is?
they've made videos about me for like the past year, and I've never shown up. So clearly, I'm not that sensitive to the criticism. I mean, this
You
is
know
the
what's
first time I've been
crazy
here in
is
a year and a
half
half.
an hour ago, I was sticking up for this dude, man. And the
And
whole
that-
chat
and-
was bashing on me. But I said I had certain issues with him, and all of a sudden he just shows up, man. And now everyone's like dick riding. I hate it. I hate it.
You sound very
No,
flustered.
No, Chris.
Who's dick
I'm
riding?
not riding
Chris,
his
you
dick
are
at all.
Chris. You
I
already
don't want
knew.
any.
You already
Look
know
at
my
that
stance
beard. I
on
don't
it.
want any part of that.
You're not included on that.
I am
Okay,
jealous
like
of
I
your
say,
pool
everybody
house,
knows.
though.
Right,
I am
everybody
jealous.
knows
I like
my
your pool
stance.
house.
when you went to their little game meet or whatever, they treated you with nothing but respect. I've always said that. They open arms.
We have to
even
be
after
fair.
you would criticize them.
Be fair to him, Chris.
I've had Twitter wars with this guy. Don't act like me and this guy don't know each other.
No, I don't know what
First of all, a Twitter war. If that's your defining characteristic off of a human being, then you need to wake up to the real world. Twitter is not real.
The real.
I am pretty hateful shit for
because I'm an asshole on Twitter. I'm intentionally an asshole. I have said that 1,000 times. When have I ever said Twitter is my true self and please judge me on my? I've always said I'm an asshole on Twitter.
One thing I like about him, he'll come out and say he's doing it for the hate clicks. I said that earlier on the stream, man. You got.
I've never said anything. Wait a minute. How can you respect me for saying I admit things, but at the same time hate me because I flip-flop?
I never said I hated you.
Any example of me flip-flopping?
You really never said he hated you, though. What did we say we hated you?
Hating on me, my God. Don't take the word literal.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's listen to this video. I will drop this in your chat. I think this is the video. This is directly after. This is called The Mandalorian Hasn't Gone SJW yet.
Okay. Well, I do want to. RJ really wants to know if you still think he has a shitty channel.
I don't watch it enough to know. When I'm on a live stream, when I'm on a live stream, I go very sarcastic when I have a moment. My job is to entertain my audience.
Yeah. And
I saw RJ there, and I know he's made a lot of videos on me, so I just took that as an opportunity to respond.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if I know your channel, consider that a win. If you think I'm anybody important, and if you don't think I'm anybody important, then don't think it's a big deal. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I think. It matters what your audience thinks. It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like, consider memberships. It's only 99 cents.
That's good.
You're gonna show yourself. I love it.
I mean, if you want, if you're interested in my channel, I am doing more movie talk lately. Actually,
Jeremy, I have a question. Since
yes, ma'am.
So, do you feel like Well, I will say I personally think that for me, when it comes to your content and your team, I feel like maybe there's not enough divisive opinions where I feel like most of your team kind of for the most part has you guys agree on stuff, which is fine for the most part. I know you've said that not everybody agrees, but it does seem like most of the big people with the big platforms on your team do kind of usually cover the same stories and kind of share a same opinion. Do you feel that maybe you would want to be able to show more people who do have difference of opinion from you guys, where maybe you have somebody who doesn't think in entertainment like Shang-Chi did good, somebody who really liked Shang-Chi? Do you think having somebody on your team like that would be something that might bring a balance and have people not hate you as much as they hate you?
I would love to see Saggy Mountain. Can we get Saggy Mountain?
Can I answer the question? Let me answer the question.
Sorry, you're right.
Whatever I want, I am beholden to the YouTube algorithm, and I run a business, and so I can only do as much as YouTube will allow me to do. There's a reason I have 7 YouTube channels, because YouTube does not reward diversity of content. They just don't.
That's true.
It's absolutely not what they do, and that is not my fault. That is, don't hate the player, hate the game mentality, which is something we have heard a long, long time. My job is to so whatever. The point is that YouTube will only allow you to do as much as you've worked into that algorithm. There's a reason that I talk about sports on Sports Wars, because I can't talk about it on Geeks and Gamers, because the moment I talk about sports on Geeks and Gamers, our views just drop. I don't talk direct politics on Geeks and Gamers. First of all, I don't think it belongs there. So I made D-Day Cobra. And so we have a lot of different things and a lot of different personalities on those other channels. But when we do have our groups, video game streams and stuff, there's a lot of arguing, a lot of fighting. But yes, I think we could have more diversity of opinion for sure. And we do, you just don't see it on the main channel, because it's some people don't I have people on my team that they don't want to be on a big channel with 300,000 subscribers. People coming on the Geeks and Gamers channel, after I've built it up to where it's at, it's the equivalent of me making a Nerdrotic video on Nerdrotic's channel. Nobody subscribed to see Jeremy. on Gary's channel. So every time people make a video on Geeks and Gamers that isn't me, they tend to get a lot of backlash, not like a lot of hate, but it's just like, we don't want to see this person. We want to see Jeremy. Josiah and Ryan have kind of like, broken through that, so that you don't see that anymore. But it's a battle, and it's intimidating to go on a channel with 300,000 subscribers that you've never made a video on. It's intimidating. And some people on the team that's not what they do. Krista Nova does not do the type of content I do.
Okay.
Siobhan, who I love her to death, she's been with me forever. She's not interested in being on the main channel. It's not what she's there for. She doesn't want to. She's never asked me to. So a lot of my decisions are based on the personality of the people involved. And my job is not to force anybody to get on that main channel. People that want to do it, they get their opportunity. If the numbers reflect a good, turnaround, then they'll be on there more. If they don't, then I'll push them somewhere else and see where they work. So it's all an ebb and flow.
Hans wants to know if you remember Hans.
I remember Hans. He was on the hater stream. I remember Hans on Twitter. I remember all our interactions on Twitter. I remember all of it. So yes, I do remember.
Okay.
Look,
he's changed. He's a good boy now.
Let me just say something. I got a bad temper. I don't mean.
Oh, look, Snow Dub's finally back in my chat.
I don't mean to call anybody a dick rider. Okay, I wasn't trying to take it out on the chat or the panel or even Jeremy, but I got a fucking temper, man. I want to know why it's any different with me saying when you raise your voice to me, I'd like to slap the shit out of you. How it's any different?
I don't like to say that.
How is it? Yeah, but how's it any different from him?
He doesn't say
Star Wars theory.
But he doesn't say slap. He's very careful not to say
Star Wars theory.
You were telling everybody you thought you were gonna have to take him outside.
I'm friends with Star Wars theory.
Now,
maybe a joke.
Yeah, but you did say you wanted to.
You're talking about Star Wars Explained.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I never said anything bad about Star Wars theory publicly because no one knew we had any beef.
There's a lot of lore I don't know about.
Yeah,
they were Star Wars. They had.
I don't even know if
he thought he was going to have to take him outside.
I never said anything remotely close to that. I said we look at every piece of video out there. I said I have a tendency to confront people in real life that have gone after me on YouTube, and I do that at conventions. That doesn't mean anything physical. That means a man-to-man discussion, face-to-face, in person. I've done that with multiple people. I've ironed out some of those differences. Star Wars Only is one of them, who Max. Star Wars Only and I had a shit ton of beef on YouTube. We met at Star Wars Celebration. We hashed it out. We shook hands. We was like, hey, man, my bad too. We hung out. We're not really friends anymore at this point, and it's not like we have beef. We hashed out our differences, though. So I did that with a lot of people, and I love a few of them ran from me. So, no, I never will try to say, I don't want to fight anybody. I'm not interested in fighting. It's not, what the fuck are we, 12? No, I'm interested to say, if you're going to try to take my channel down, then I'll confront you in real life, and we'll talk it out. I'm not going to fight anybody. I don't do that.
Well, I don't think anybody here agrees with any kind of deplatform.
I do actually accept super chats now, Jeremy. So there are some questions.
Drift away, my friend. Drift away.
Oh, thanks. So he
like one time I put out a nice tweet about this guy, right? I put out a nice tweet about this guy and said, man, I'm so conflicted about Jeremy because some of the stuff he says is so damn smart. And I agree with it.
What?
Right. And then later on, like a week later, I questioned him about one thing. I questioned him on Twitter about one thing. He throws up my old tweet and sees like, see, these bitches always win. I always win. And I'm like, what the hell, man?
That's why I talk to my friends. That's how I am. Look, I've talked about this multiple times.
Yeah, he has.
Out in public, I can't stand to be out in public with Ryan Kennel. Ryan Kennel talks and cusses so loud in public that I just kind of put my head down.
I know.
Embarrassment and shame.
I'm just saying, don't act shocked when people don't like you later on down the line.
I am happy when people don't like me. When am I shocked? I'm not shocked. I continue to say, tell me how much you hate me. I'm okay with it.
The stuff you did the other day, the stuff you've been doing about Jack Murphy is so necessary. It's so good. And that's one of the highest compliments I can pay a YouTuber is I tell people that guys like Jeremy Griggs are necessary. You don't got to like them, but they're necessary. That's the highest compliment I can pay somebody. and you're still got to be a dick to people. I don't get it, man.
I'm not. I don't know who you.
Me, some of my friends.
Okay, well,
you do go at him.
I do not. Yeah, like I wouldn't know.
I've never made a video about Jeremy. Never.
Not a video, but you said this is about Twitter.
Well, it wasn't just about Twitter. It's about we have had some streams where I'm just like, what is he talking about, man? Like,
okay,
what is his
and
problem?
I don't mean this disrespectfully. I mean this. I'm just trying to get. What is your name? Is it Chris?
Yeah, my name's Chris.
Chris, I mean this. I sincerely apologize for any of the shots I've taken at you because I realize I do have a big platform in respect to other creators, just like other creators have a big platform in respect to me. I go after, I'd be freaked out if I'm not freaked out, but I'd be surprised if Tim Pool responded to me because I don't expect him to respond to me. But I'm sure that kind of feels the same way to people when I respond to them.
Well, you're ready for a hot take?
I don't want to
Tim Pool's not going to respond to you because it's not because you're not worth it or because your channel's too small. It's because he knows he's wrong and he's not going to respond because he knows he's wrong.
Right. No, I know. But point I'm trying to make is if I upset you in any way, I apologize. That's just how I am on Twitter. It's not meant to be personal. It's just my personality because I go into Twitter every day looking at my mentions, looking at my open inbox, because if you're a YouTuber and you're sensitive, do not leave your inbox open. My God. Because you will get a lot of shit.
Yeah, so I'm definitely. I got a tough skin, man. I got a thick
in the
skin.
private chat. I don't want to surprise you at all, so that's up to you. I don't want to. Put it
I got a very thick skin. I love it when people want to argue, but at the same time, have any of y'all ever been called a mongoloid? Do I look like a mongoloid?
Yeah, my point is I sincerely apologize if I upset you or came at you the wrong way. But at the end of the day, I go into Twitter with a mindset to just be I'm on the offensive all day long. Because that's Twitter.
God, I really wish I knew if you were being sincere right now, Jeremy. I really
Max, I got it. I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him, Max.
Later on down the line, I don't want to be like, you know what? No, Jeremy's level-headed, good dude, man. I was right. And then him be like, no, man, you said this dude Chris was fanboying out on me, man. He was dick riding.
Calm down a little bit. Calm down a little bit.
I need Chris. Let it go. It's fine. This is good.
It's healthy. This is a healthy conversation. I'm very much happy.
I
was wondering why you sent me a link, Max, and I was like, oh, now I.
I didn't.
I cannot believe I'm talking to Jeremy right now, dude.
I said it to you before.
Everybody's asking me for a link. Everybody needs to chill. Like, I'm not giving out links unless Max is fine. Like, we all need to stop.
We don't want to surprise. We don't want to surprise Jeremy, so I'm not.
Surprise me with anybody. You don't have to ask me if anybody needs to come in.
No, Jeremy, look,
I've
been dog pod before, but let me just say one thing, Jeremy.
I am aware.
Apologizing.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for apologizing, man.
Thank you.
And
absolutely.
I've always agreed with a lot of the stuff that I disagree with a lot too, but I've always agreed with a lot of the stuff you guys do. The identity stuff, the woke stuff. I'm just like you guys, man. I just can't stand it when I go to ask a question about some nerd stuff. I go to ask some nerd stuff and I get called a friggin' mongoloid. Like, you know,
I hear you.
Sucks,
I didn't say mongoloid, did I? Because I don't really
Ryan did, and you were like,
okay,
"Oh, you guys are dogpiling me one day."
There's no defending Ryan. Let's be real, right, Jeremy?
That's my boy. He cusses me out worse than he cusses any of you out. Trust me on that.
All right.
Do you know what Ryan's going to say to me tomorrow when he sees I was on this stream? He's going to be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You could be making videos right now."
That's true. That's true. Thanks for you actually making me money right now, Jeremy.
Well, I think Ryan's
what I
mean, I don't even have to use you in the thumbnail to get money. People want to ask. And you did say I could let anyone on, so
yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Enosh is here.
My G.I. Joe buddy. My G.I. Joe buddy.
How's your
G.I. Joes?
I thought it was going to be the other one.
Saggy, could you be any happier? You got an Enosh and Jeremy sandwich.
What the heck? Oh my lord! But no, listen. Everybody was asking me. Listen, I need to say, everyone was asking me for a link. Please stop. This is not my stream. You have to ask Max.
All right, you have carte blanche, Saggy. Do what you want. Do what you want.
I'm not being the one to send people links. No.
Can I just say how excited I am at that Enosh, my second favorite YouTuber of all time, is in the chat. I love it when he shows up.
You haven't said a goddamn anything about me all the stream, Chris. You haven't said anything nice about me whole stream.
Jeremy, I don't know why. I don't know what happened that got you here, but
so different.
I don't know what you're doing. wild.
Thank you.
See, listen. I've been itching to do the hater streams, and so I miss it. And so I figured.
I'm gonna do you a solid.
Well, now,
Jeremy, how's your? My biggest question of all, how's your GI Joes doing?
They're doing great.
Did you ever get them fixed? Did you ever figure out your screw issue?
No, because you're gonna provoke my envy. Don't bust out that limited edition first run Snake Eyes. You're gonna piss me off.
You still don't have it?
I know. I can't find. What do you mean? Do I not have it?
You had it already. Oh my god, no.
No.
Is this a healing stream? Are we gonna heal the fandom now?
I've got more
I don't
over
give a damn about the
there.
fandom.
I've got more over here. I've got quite a few. So, but yeah, the screw issue though, Enosh, I have not gotten that one corrected.
Well,
So
Jeremy, you're really not gonna watch. You're really not gonna watch Disney Star Wars until like they rehire Gina Carano.
I didn't necessarily say that.
No,
I mean,
I didn't say that. That's just the question I have. Is that?
I mean, I said.
Is that your line?
I mean, at this point in time, yes, that's how I feel about it. And so, I didn't watch The Bad Batch, as much as I love Dave Filoni. I love his Star Wars. But I didn't watch The Bad Batch. And
What about Obi-Wan? What if they get Obi-Wan? You're gonna still hold that out till Obi-Wan?
I mean, again, I can't. I don't want to say something that will be
No,
held
no,
against
I know.
me inevitably.
No,
but
I'm
I'm
not
not
watch
at this point in time. I'm not interested in anything Disney
that's
Star Wars
sad.
right now.
You know what? I have to say I agree. I'm not
because
I'm the
look,
same
my
way. I'm not even
favorite
excited about Boba Fett. Not even a little.
Clone Wars. Look, Clone Wars is my favorite thing ever in Star Wars. Like, and I didn't watch The Bad Batch. That would be the most attractive thing to me is Bad Batch because of the Filoni, element. I didn't watch The Bad Batch, so if I didn't watch The Bad Batch, nothing else is going to pull me in, at least for the foreseeable future. So, but that's just where we are with it. Again, if you're interested in it, please go watch it. Watch it twice to offset me. I'm not telling anybody what to do.
Because everybody else got to show theirs. All right. Now I want to be able to show mine. I picked up this.
Jeremy, read the Thrawn trilogy.
Oh, I've read the Thrawn trilogy. Well, I've listened to the audiobook.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome. Read it. I know you're not world versed in the EU.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I'm a high school dropout.
But this is the only
I
Joe I can find. So. All right, I found this Snake Eyes day one.
That's the movie one, right?
That's the movie one. I don't. I grabbed it.
Sucked.
Oh, the movie sucks. Me and Jeremy agree on something.
I had to have it.
Jeremy, I have a 54-minute video about describing every way that movie sucks. Did you?
I watched it. Yeah, I know you hated that movie.
I've got the original one too, and I got the actual Snake Eyes the first week they came out. But the one Jeremy has, I tried to get it.
Oh, this is disappointing. This is
and you can't. You can't get it. Good luck trying to get the Snake Eyes he has.
I just got Snake Eyes and Timber.
What the hell is going on?
What you asked me?
Hang on, let me show.
You wanted to say to Jeremy because Chris.
No, I was just gonna. I was gonna do.
What I do, Max? Did I do something wrong?
Let me show Enosh something real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta grab it. I'll be right back.
Well, I was gonna tell him about the YouTuber.
What the fuck is happening on this stream?
I really am upset that
weird.
Well, he's got that Snake Eyes, and it's like
I was gonna tell him about Karina.
Chris has turned to butter. He's like loving everyone now. He's like, this is great.
I'm bipolar as fuck. You know that.
That's literally why he's called bipolar nobody.
I know.
I came on and calmed his ass down. That's what happened.
No, I don't. Look, the truth is, I don't want to argue with this man. I watch him every day.
But that's my
we're
thing.
not going to agree on everything. We're not going to agree on anything.
Chris.
Hold on. There's
a lot of shit he does I don't like. Am I not allowed to do that?
No, that's fine. But here's the thing. Before Jarbo comes on, because I know that this is going to get heated between him and Jarbo. I already know this is going to happen. But my thing is, I've gotten so much shit after I met.
Yeah, I have that one. I just got that one.
When did that one come out?
I've got so much crap.
I have that too.
Oh, I love this.
They're really bonding right now. This is like weird.
Can I ask?
Hang on, before Saggy goes, let me show full screen me for Poindexter.
I need something else for my intro.
Are those the new ones? Are those the new released ones?
That's the original. Now
they're original.
Now they're repackaged though, so it's not the original packaging. Hang on, I'm trying to block my face out there. Come on, there we go.
See what Bree videos could get you.
Oh my God! Stop. That's
funny though.
So they're original figures just repackaged.
Right. The original figures repackaged.
So they're not those reissue ones that just came out.
No, I have reissued. I have reissued ones too, but these are the original. This is the original Snake Eyes and original
Nerd
Storm
Wars.
Shadow. Yep. Yes.
Hey, if it's
And I
worth
got
Bond
Snake
over,
Eyes
it's
over here on
toys,
the
man.
flag.
I'm
so.
telling you right now.
Yeah, I got my Deathstroke right here with me. So
listen,
okay.
I don't hate Jeremy. Well, I'm subscribed to Geeks and Gamers.
This was a mistake.
I'm so disappointed with all of you. I unsubbed from him a while ago.
Well, no, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Hold on, though, Jeremy, you're there. Just.
I'll be.
Show me the
But if
Snake
you're
Eyes,
thinking
man.
about a membership,
Show me the black box.
Listen, I just want to say, everybody gave me so much fucking shit for going to that Geeks and... No, you didn't. A lot of people gave me so much shit for going to that Geeks and Gamers meetup. I literally had people unsubscribe, literally disavow me.
Why?
Because
you weren't you.
Because I didn't. But here's the thing. All I did was I took a leap of faith and said, hey, I'm going into this thing, and Jeremy praised me for it. Thank you, by the way, and said, she came into a lion's den. She didn't know us. We could have been assholes, and they weren't. And I'm sorry that to people, but that's what I'm saying. When we start talking and communicating, maybe, hopefully, we can do something and build some kind of bridge instead of burning it down all the time.
All right. Well,
I wanted to be a bridge.
To go to that event, Sag.
You did. He did. Because I was scared to go. I said, I don't know if I should go. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable going there.
I disagree with some things. Hello. I disagree with some things about Star Wars that that Jeremy and others on the channel talk about. I mean, when yeah. And I have some disagreements with the way some things are portrayed sometimes. But there's a lot of stuff that I find that I agree with, with Jeremy on different things. Hopefully you don't just disagree with everything somebody says. But even when Jeremy came on the Poindexter Lounge the one time, and we found some common ground, we disagreed about a lot of stuff. I thought we had a pretty frank conversation with each other, and at the end of the day, I mean, we said goodbye. Oh, Echo Base is.
Well, now I have to get this. I have to get to the super chats, panelists.
Oh my god, I can't.
I mean, I that is.
Somebody made that for me and sent that to me. So.
No, actually, Jeremy, we were all cheering you on when you say I don't believe Doomcock. I'm sorry. I know you.
Oh, that was the best thing ever.
I love that guy. Don't be ripping on that. That guy is entertainment for me.
Okay, bye, Broden. Bye, Broden.
Wow.
Bye, Broden.
I'm severely for me. Listen, this is the first time I had Broden Chris on my channel in a while, and I'm disappointed. You're like, I like.
Listen, I'm not saying I believe a word that
I took a bunch of I got a bunch of hate.
But he's hilarious. I make views off of him. I'm sorry. He's in
That's great. I don't.
Shit. I mean, the guy wasn't in here 45 seconds, and I said I was going to slap him. I'm telling you, I'm bipolar.
All right.
We know you.
I will. I'll answer the super chat real quick if you want me to. So, Jeremy, why do you see life under the lens of everything is woke? Do you think it's good for your mental health going down that path? And I can understand why that perception's there, but if you actually watch some of the stuff, even with the Matrix, I know everybody. There was that thing went viral on Twitter. People were screenshotting and went, "Look, he's calling it woke." My argument was that the Matrix Resurrections wasn't woke. It just wasn't good.
Yeah, I watched.
I even said Snake Eyes wasn't woke. I just said it wasn't good. I just said it's not a woke movie. It wasn't ruined by identity politics. It just wasn't a good movie, and it wasn't a Snake Eyes movie.
I think the main issue a lot of your critics have with you now is the campaign against the MCU and the MCU cringe.
But I just went to Spider-Man and said it's for the best time I've had in a long time.
Yeah, so, I do.
But
the majority.
Couldn't it be argued as well that you and a lot of your peers though have said that it proves that the rest of the lineup has been a failure? I've seen that take going around a lot.
I don't really do a lot of Marvel content on my channel. You can go and look. So if your opinion is
we're thinking of the Friday Night Fights,
right?
Stuff,
if your beef is that someone I know has that opinion or I'm on a panel, well, that's not my problem to hash out with you. That's something you need to work out with the people that. So yeah, if you, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna stand with Gary.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel about your Shang-Chi content from last year?
What specifically?
He's probably gonna say stands by it. Yeah.
100% stand by. But what specifically with my Shang-Chi content do you have a problem with? That we reported on industry rumors that the movie was going to fail, because we didn't invent those stories. We were reading those stories from other publications like the Hollywood Reporter. So those videos that were made.
Though, could it not be said that oftentimes you guys do use Bounty in Comics as a resource for much of your content?
Of course. So your issue would be with bounding.
Well, you have connections to them. The Friday night. Well, at least Friday night guys do. Friday night.
What is my connection to Bounding in the Comics?
Friday night. Isn't there a guy on there that's connected to Bounding in the Comics? I could be.
Would you like to name the person who that is?
Comics division. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Comics division, to my knowledge, has no direct. I mean, I know John Trent, who runs Bounding in the Comics, but I know a lot of people. Okay. But knowing people doesn't make you responsible for anything they say or do.
You benefit financially with your circular. They cover you,
and you benefit financially for covering me. So wouldn't you be responsible for Bounding at that point? Because I mean, how far down the rabbit hole do you want to go?
Well,
my opinion is either you or Bounding sets a narrative, and you keep covering it, and it creates this, in my opinion, a false narrative crying woke for everything. My opinion.
Well,
for a new woke, fake woke target.
The funny thing is, the funny thing is,
let him answer.
Hang on. The funny thing here is, you are sitting here with the owner of geeksandgamers.com, and you're asking me to answer for another website. Why don't you ask me about my website? Do you read my website?
I bought a hoodie off your website.
No, I don't read you.
So if you are so fixated on me, why don't you read my website?
What does that have to do with the question? I'm talking about.
I'm responsible for my website, not Bounding in the Comics. Geeksandgamers.com does not run the same type of content that these other sites do.
I was simply asking.
I think you guys create a target together.
Go to geeksandgamers.com and find me the article that you have a problem with.
I was simply asking, why do you use Bounding in the Comics as a source in much of your content?
Why do you use me as a source for your content?
I don't. Not lately.
Whoa. Wait, so what's
that
was not a good answer, RJ.
What's the barrier for content? How many times have you made a video on me, RJ?
Jarbo is in the backstage. I thought we would calm it down and get the super chats out of the way first because we know what's going to happen.
Can RJ and him finish? Because RJ he didn't have no time.
This is an actual good conversation. I feel like once Jarbo comes in, the
Enosh,
everybody's just.
I got that. Can I ask this, Enosh?
Can RJ finish his conversation with Jeremy?
Let RJ finish. Let RJ go. It's fine. Go ahead, RJ.
No, I was simply. I'm just wondering. This is just a constructive criticism, and again, I personally
don't do stuff like that because that's not cool, and then that makes him think a certain thing of my audience.
The mods got it.
Again, I just want to point that out because that's not cool.
I personally stopped making content on you, Jeremy, because I feel like I could do better as a content creator, and I don't feel the need to call you out and stuff as I did in the past, and that's a growth moment for me. It's not what I'm interested in anymore. Simple as that.
Would you be on this stream tonight if I wasn't here?
Damn.
Probably. No, he wouldn't because he was mad at me. Damn. There's actually a few people that want to come on now that are kind of mad at me.
I know. The same people are going to criticize me, yet Jeremy shows up and suddenly everybody is ready to go. But so at the end of the day, take care of your house. Take care of your house and don't worry about mine. Because at the end of the day, what I do on YouTube has zero impact on what anybody else on this platform does. If you are creating good content and your audience likes what you like, what Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers does has literally no impact on what you do.
It'll just be a moment.
I just have another question, actually. I would just love to know this real quick.
Okay.
Do you feel like what happened with Zack Snyder has damaged your brand in any way?
No, we've had a fantastic year. I know everybody likes to look at the main channel, but Sports Wars is probably going to be the biggest Geeks and Gamers channel, I'd say, in the next year. My personal channel just hit 100,000. We got partnered on Twitch, which thanks for covering our Twitch channel, by the way, here on the. Oh, that's right. You don't cover our Twitch channel where we play video games and laugh and never talk politics, but that never gets covered on the channel. So, yeah. And so we've had a fantastic year. The Zack Snyder thing sucked, clearly. But it's part of it.
I know.
Life is going to throw you obstacles. Life is going to throw you obstacles. I made the mistake. I've admitted to the mistake. I've got a video on the channel talking about it. And we move forward. And if we were struggling, and I think Ryan said this best, he says, if you guys ever want to know if Geeks and Gamers is struggling, watch how many videos Jeremy makes for the main channel. I don't make that. I just made my first video today and the first time in 5 days on the main channel. If we were struggling, I would be making 4 or 5 videos a day on the main channel.
Well, yeah, okay. So we want to get Jarbo in here, but we want to calm it down. Well, everyone.
Hold on. Two things because I guarantee you, once Jarbo comes in here, nobody's going to get a chance to talk, and it's.
Everyone agrees with that.
I agree with that.
Sorry, Jarbo.
I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
I came in here one because people were asking for me to come in here. I didn't come in here because I had a beef. I was going to bed. I don't have any beef. I haven't made any Geeks and Gamers content or even talked about things that I disagreed with. And
I might tomorrow now.
In quite a while.
If I'm not mistaken, there has been a lot of me. If you don't think this, that's great. I don't, or whatever. I think that's like
you're in my.
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it.
You're in my intro. I mean, but I guess if you're watching my GI Joe stuff and whatever, I'm gonna have to take that out because basically it's just a joke it's just a joke that you know. Poindexter Lounge. I watch it. I don't. That's great. I don't. But if you're watching, I watched that out.
Also, I watched your GI Joe video because I appreciated your take on it, and I'm like, okay, I hated this as a GI Joe fan.
Yep.
What is he gonna say? And you mirrored my thoughts completely.
Yeah,
well, Jeremy.
And hey, like I said, and
like they doesn't know who you are.
They were messing with you earlier.
He really doesn't know who you are.
Elmo lying.
All right, go ahead.
Plus, they were messing with you earlier, saying like if you just need a dissenting voice on the main channel. I'm not scared of a main channel. I'll be a random dissenting voice every once in a while. No, look, man. I've had problems with things that you've said in the past. Less so much lately, just because I've kind of refocused that. I do look at people like Doomcock, who I feel. And
he doesn't associate
apparently no, I know, and apparently echoed from things that you've said. Is just random stuff that I think is detrimental to fandom.
I mean, yes and no. I mean, I Doomcock can do whatever he wants. Yeah. I know Doomcock. But
just riling people up to rile people up to me and give them a false sense of
hope.
Yeah, well, making them feel like Kathleen Kennedy's going to get fired again today, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen when that's just not reality. That's what I end up having a problem with, and that's why I try to call out every once in a while. But I'm not.
Wait, Enosh! But you guys in the DC fandom do that all the time.
We can't keep Jarbo in the back this long. We gotta bring him on. This isn't fair.
With Walter Hamada, I'm always hearing, he's gonna be fired. He's gonna be fired.
I'm bringing him on.
Just saying.
I've only reported on what in the past of what I tell people what my personal opinion is of what I would like to see done. But I've never said that this and this is going to absolutely happen and this is going to happen and whatever, because I don't know that. I've said what I hope to happen and what I think will happen, but that's different than saying like a Doomcock that comes in and says we have sources that are gonna that say that this and that are gonna happen. Like I said, And by the way, to whoever said that in the chat, like that was not a slam at Jarbo. I just know that Jarbo is going to have probably a lot to say.
There.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
Matt?
Hi.
I just know that Matt's going to have a lot to say because it's still a very fresh, hot thing, and so that's all I was saying. I just wanted to say.
Round one.
You all just were here because you wanted to congratulate me on 5K. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations
all
on
my
5K.
friends, all my friends that were mad at me yesterday are all here.
I wasn't. I called you.
I wasn't mad at you.
Nah, Max, you just got to do more content about me, man. That's about it. There you go. You're gonna get there. It's not Jeremy anymore. It's all about being mad at me.
I've actually done more content on Matt Jarbo this week than you did.
That is true. That is very true.
That is actually a fact. That's a straight up fact, and that's how he made the 5K by going after Matt Jarbo.
I could show you.
I'm disliked by many people.
Well,
Jeremy being one of them.
This is
I'm fine with that.
For Matt, is that I don't know.
Where's Poindexter? There he is.
Well, I don't know.
All right,
wrong Poindexter, Max. Wrong Poindexter.
Round one and fight.
All right. Well,
see, if you had been thinking, you would have put Poindexter on there, and you would have had my face next to it.
Should we all just
out
and
my phone is
This
blowing
is
up.
too lovey-dovey.
Jeremy on the same panel together.
Why I think it is? I think because people are getting sick of just arguing.
I honestly reached out to Snow. I said, "Get your ass on here."
If there is one thing I could say about like what Jeremy has said, like when Jeremy came on the Poindexter Lounge, I'm not above rethinking like not necessarily my positions on. I mean, I'll rethink my positions on things, but like also my approach to things. And I'll be honest with you, this last year was a rough year for me. I lost basically my mother. She was my grandma. She raised me. I lost her. I lost a lot of stuff this year.
No, you did.
And you know what? Life is too short to just gripe and bitch and moan at everybody all the time. And yeah, I agree. Jeremy said it, and I may not agree with everything Jeremy says. But, focus on yourself. Try to better yourself. Try to do your own thing and be your own person and deal with that, you know.
Excuse me,
I find
fighting people on the internet is how I get my clout, sir. Thank you.
And I only talk shit about Jeremy.
You know what? Everybody talks about their mental health, right? When they don't like stuff, but then they go after other people too. And so, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel that, you know, like I had to do that for myself. And you know, people may think, well, it's just too lovey-dovey or whatever, but it's not. It's just, you know what?
Snow, get your ass in here.
Adults have conversations. Adults have conversations, and even when they disagree, they don't have to resort to high school politics and you know, just yelling and screaming at each other. Everything doesn't have to be that, you know. And I feel like Jeremy is somebody that you can actually have those kind of conversations. Can it get heated? Yeah. You know, I had a 3.5 hour conversation with him, and we got heated a couple of times, and then we brought it back down. And by the time that we were done, we were laughing and talking about G.I. Joe stuff. So, you know, that's life, man.
That's the other thing too. We have to eject personal likes. I don't hate anyone from that side.
No, I don't hate. I don't hate.
I hate all of you tonight. All of you, except for hashtag Hot Jeremy 2.0.
I hate the mustache.
Fuck you too, Saggy.
Oh wait, Hans is here. I forgot. I don't hate Hans either.
Well, I can't.
No, too late. It's too
like
late.
every
Fuck you.
35 seconds. I can't help it.
Rhea, I think you have
dude.
to do subscriber only mode before you stream, so I don't know how to change it while I'm streaming.
I
am a boomer though too, so I don't know what that
RJ, you're the co-owner. You can do it.
I'm not. No, I'm not anymore.
Oh, you have to do it in the YouTube studio.
I will say, with Enosh, sorry to hear about your mom, and it has been a rough year for a lot of people. Like, and I've said this, like, I live in Florida, so I'm kind of like, I don't really realize how bad it is in a lot of other places in the country, much less the world, you know. And it's just been crazy for a lot of people. Because I mean, I obviously have friends and colleagues or whatever that live in places that are far worse than what I'm at, but I'm desensitized to it because after 2 weeks slow to curve was kind of rough here, but after that it's kind of business as usual. And so, but there's a lot of places it's just hard for people. I know people that haven't been able to travel for funerals and things like that, and I'm fully aware of all that. So just wanted to offer my condolences.
Well, you guys got DeSantis. He's a badass. You know,
love my boy DeSantis, but I ain't starting that conversation here.
Yeah,
that'll really
start that here. That'll really stir some shit up.
Yeah.
So Matt, you're here. What's up? Okay, what's up?
I came in at the Bounding into Comics conversation, which actually led me to a very interesting question I wanted to ask Jeremy. Recently, you were on Chrissy Mayer, and you made a comment alluding to, like, you're a culture warrior. Would you agree or disagree with that statement?
Did I say that?
It was alluded to.
I would need to. What does alluded to mean?
Alluded to means you guys are having conversations about
but I'm
why
saying
you were,
I need the quote. I need the quote.
I would need to go back and find the exact quote, but
because I don't recall hearing that. I don't.
Well, because you guys are talking about YouTube as a job, right? Okay. So how would you define YouTube as your job? You said even on this stream that is to entertain your audience. So how would you define your audience?
Specifically what? Like
specifically is how would you? Well, no, it's a very straightforward question. How would you define your audience? Because you are you said that you are kind of, you know, using the algorithm. You're kind of a slave to it for your channels. And how would you define your audience? Because YouTube.
Let me ask you this. So you're very interested in my audience. Why don't you?
No, well, I'm asking. No, I'm asking you a question. Let's not deflect.
Channels I have.
Jeremy, stop, dude. I asked you a very simple, straightforward question.
I don't know how to define my audience because I just got done saying. Wait a minute. I just got done saying the Geeks and Gamers channel is the one everybody pays attention to. The moment that I talk sports, that audience, they check out. They don't care to hear a word I have to say when I talk sports. So what did I do? I created a sports channel. When I talk sports over there, numbers go up. So there's no way to define my audience.
Okay, fine. So let me ask you a very specific question.
Can I answer the question?
If you're going to.
I have a theme park channel where I don't even say a cuss word on that channel. We don't even complain that much over there unless it's blatantly obvious to complain about it. Okay, I have my personal channel where I talk straight up politics, something I try to avoid on the main channel. I have a Twitch channel that's partnered where I literally don't mention politics ever on that channel. So I don't know how to define my audience because I have a big audience and they're different and vast and diverse.
Okay, so let's talk about fine. Okay, that's a fair answer. I'll grant you that one. I would argue that there's a fair amount of overlap because Geeks and Gamers is branded on practically every one of them. It ties back to your main website since you're trying to build that up as your brand. So one would argue that the algorithm would recommend D-Day cover content to people who might watch park hopping or might watch Geeks and Gamers because that stuff does more or less kind of line up politically speaking. So I think it's a little bit of a disingenuous argument to make the claim that you don't have these connected when they are because you're still the centerpiece of that. But that's okay. That's okay. But when we talk about Geeks and Gamers specifically, I'm just looking at your channel right now, and I've noticed that you've had Friday Night Tights up there a couple times, and you're clearly tied into that particular group.
I've never had Friday Night Tights on Geeks and Gamers.
I'm looking at
Geeks and Gamers production. It's a Geeks and Gamers production on the Nerdrotic channel.
So let me see. I'm just trying to find the exact one I was just looking at right here because I saw the thumbnail. You have a lot of videos.
Because I was talking about a topic from Friday Night Tights in that video. So I used Friday Night Tights in the title because it helped the algorithm because we just came off Friday Night Tights.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you have Tuesday night main event. Okay. This was another.
Show.
Okay. That's your other show right there. But again, same people, Ryan Kinnell, Gary from Nerdrotic. I mean,
Gary's been on there once or twice.
Okay. But is Ryan on there all the time?
Yes.
Okay, is Ryan also on Friday Night Tights? Are you on Friday Night Tights? You can see what I'm trying to allude to here. There is a combination. There's a combination of people that tend to kind of roll together. And again, this is how the YouTube algorithm does recommend people content because they do associate the type of
point you're making.
The point I'm making here, Jeremy, is that what we're seeing is a pipeline event. Wait a minute. So when Max is on your channel and you're on Max's channel and you're on Enosh's channel and Enosh is on this channel and you're on Saggy's channel, what's different from what you're doing versus what I'm doing? The thing is, I haven't gotten to my point yet because you keep cutting me off. My point here is when we talk about political in regards to everything else you're trying to deny being a part of, you have your other content that may not be political. That's cool. But it's, again, the stuff that you're on that is political that a lot of people have an issue with. Because I want to ask, do you view yourself as being a person who might be considered a culture warrior? You made the comment earlier about you virtue signal. That's what some people would argue a culture warrior would be. You consistently go after the left.
Said that in a sarcasm.
No, because sarcasm doesn't really fly all the time, Jeremy. I know that's your go-to defense, but again, you can't use sarcasm for everything. But would you agree? Would you agree that on Friday Night Tights, you guys get political?
Yes. Do you get political on your shows?
Yeah, sure, I do. I don't deny it, though.
So
I don't hide it. But
here?
The issue, Jeremy, is the amount of politics you guys get into. I've heard a lot of clips coming out of Friday Night Tights.
What is the right amount of politics that you
This isn't an issue of the right amount or not. What we're talking about here is how information pipeline works, especially with YouTube. This is something I do know quite well. Now, you can try to argue ignorance, and I know...
Wait a minute. Do you think I'm a big deal on YouTube, Matt? Do you think I'm a big deal?
This isn't an issue of being a big deal.
I'm not a big deal.
I would say the same thing to you that I would say...
I am a spec.
See, I love the downplay. I love the downplay because the downplay. No, you downplay. You just said you got 300,000 people over here, 100,000 people over here. I got over this. You're trying to deflect, Jeremy. You're trying to deflect.
I am telling you that I am not as important as you seem to think I am.
I don't think you're that important. What I'm talking about, again, see, here's the thing. You think this is about you when it's in reality, Jeremy. It's about an ecosystem of which you are part of, and an ecosystem of which you profit from, and an ecosystem that does push very, very false information. You push a culture war. For example, I'll say going after Shang-Chi. I think that's a pretty decent one to start with because you did.
Name me the source of the stories that we were
referencing. There was a clip that was sent to me of you saying here back in October of 2021 that nobody was interested in Shang-Chi, that people flocked from it, people weren't watching it. And that was a narrative that I know Gary was running with when looking at the box office of $432 million worldwide and debuting #1 on the DVD and home video charts when it came out. That would beg to differ in regards to the number. There was a big factor of you guys all arguing, especially Odin's dipshit, talking about fucking adjusting for inflation, which is not even a metric used by anyone in Hollywood. Because Odin is a dipshit. Let's just be fair.
Let's be a little.
But what I'm saying here is this is an ecosystem. It's all part of the same ecosystem. It's all part of the same ecosystem.
Can you tell me why Odin's a dipshit? Just curious.
Oh yeah,
he's a Christian family man. He never says anything
he's a Catholic. He's a Catholic and he's very anti-trans. That's for certain. So, there's a lot of that kind of stuff that, again,
how do you
know because I've seen the clips and I've seen the stuff float around like everybody else does, Jeremy.
Do you have a clip?
See, this is your argument. This is what you like to do. You like to deflect.
To hold you accountable for the things you are accusing
my argument is
Odin was transphobic a bit towards Nyla Rose, an AEW wrestler. He has made some comments about her that
like what? What are the comments?
Comments about how she shouldn't be in the ring with the other women because of her size and the way she looks.
So that is your definition of transphobic.
Well, it can be perceived that way. Certainly.
Okay, so now we're just talking about a subjective opinion that we've made.
Isn't everything you do a subjective opinion? I mean, but again, you cite
when we're talking about people I know personally, then yes, I can speak to that. When we're talking about movie stars that you're fans of, that is a whole different ballgame.
I'm not even that big of a fan of Simu Liu, but I love the fact that you're out there trying to argue virtue signaling, and it was identity politics, and it was woke. And these are words that you use. These are buzzwords that you like to use because it feeds into the algorithm. And I'm not even too sure how much of it you actually believe, but I think you know that you use a lot of it.
Ask him.
How much of this do you actually believe? That's a question. How much of this stuff do you actually believe that you say?
I would say the heavy majority of it, just like anyone else. I mean, obviously, there's little things that you're questionable, but yes, I believe that Shang-Chi failed because of the virtue signaling from Simu Liu and the fact that people, generally speaking, were not as interested in it if it would have been a Chris Evans Captain America or a Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man or a Chris Hemsworth Thor movie.
So you're equating an origin story to a decades-long multiple film franchise that has already concluded 2 out of 3 of the people that you've talked to. See, there's a particular.
I'm bringing in the most powerful brand in the history. of
Hollywood. I see. Okay, so you're deflecting by trying to jump to a larger proproperty. That's an absolute deflect.
No,
because it's not that's not even a subjective opinion. It is a fallacy.
Here's how give and take works. You ask me a question, I give you an answer. You don't have to like the answer. But just because you don't like my answer doesn't mean that it's not my answer. You are asking me if I believe what I say. I am giving you context as to why I say what I say. You don't have to like it, but that's the answer.
Okay, that's fine.
So just for clarification, Jeremy, you do still believe that Shang-Chi was a failure?
I believe that what did it make? Like 25, 35 million bucks as a profit? Do you consider that a Marvel success?
Do you not understand how the 4-quadrant property works? It's not just box office, right? You have merchandising, you have home video sales, you have PVOD. There's a lot of elements that go into this. The movie itself actually grossed a profit for Disney, but during a pandemic where everything has been shut down, it was in fact breaking records.
Yeah, those college football games can't get anybody in the stadium.
What you're arguing there is you're arguing people, and also, by the way, but some of those games that they had too saw massive, rampant COVID cases come out of that. So, I mean, if you want to talk about people who are going to be diehard football fans going back to a game, it has nothing to do with going to a movie. To people, some people, football is life, especially in Texas.
It's also outdoor. It's outdoor versus inside activities.
And to some people, movies are life.
No, Jeremy, again, but you are using a very, very, very specific instance to try to argue a point that doesn't fly. Because no, I'm not. Because what I'm talking about here, hold on, in the span of all the United States, right? There's roughly about I think like 9,000 screens somewhere in there. And usually when a big movie comes out, it's on around 42 to 4,300 screens. They can usually on average fit at most maybe 100 people. You go to a stadium like you have in Texas at a college football town, you're talking 75 to 100,000 people. There is no way to compare that together by any reasonable metric. Not one. Okay. And you're using it as a deflection, and it doesn't fly. It doesn't fly.
Can Max talk? He has been wanting to say something. Can Max say something?
So basically, who? I'm sorry.
Max has been trying to say
sorry.
No, that's fine.
Sorry to yell, but everyone's yelling.
I do have a legit criticism. I'm sorry to interrupt your debate. I do have a legit criticism based on, like, you really do not like it when you think that race should never be used for marketing, whatever. That's a virtue signal. That's really what you're against, like with the Simu Liu situation.
I think can I say something? Can I say something? I'm actually going to stand up for Jeremy here, okay? He doesn't say that race shouldn't be used. He said it shouldn't be used completely just to sell that one thing. I've known that for years. He's saying it shouldn't just be about race. If you want to interject some diversity, go ahead, but don't make it just about race.
I think to define someone off to be cast in a movie and to be advertised in a movie, to define that solely on their race and their gender and their sexual orientation is completely disrespectful to who that person is.
But in my criticism of you there is that I think you're ignoring the context of how hard it is for Asians in the industry to get big box office. But so you might say, oh, Bruce Lee was there, Jackie Chan was there in the past, but they didn't get the big box office boost and the opportunities that other races
Jackie Chan
have.
was
and,
the biggest movie star in the world.
Yeah, but he
box
was
office.
Yeah, but the majority of that stuff was made in China, or like Rush Hour, he was relegated to somewhat of a sidekick character in Rush Hour. It wasn't or a character. He actually didn't even like that character. If Jackie Chan fans know, he's like, I did it because people liked it, but it's kind of like a character. This is the other thing where representation actually does matter, where a lot of opportunities in the past were characters of the race and not authentic. So that's why Shang-Chi was. This is why it actually should be marketed on a new level.
So it seems like the Shang-Chi thing is a big problem for people. Okay, and so what we've established here is that I'm part of the information problem. And you're arguing that Shang-Chi was a success. So if Shang-Chi was a success, then clearly I have no impact. So what is the problem?
The problem, Jeremy, is the pushing of false narratives. That's the problem, and that's a lot of what you and your.
Did we invent those false narratives? Did we invent those?
Actually, in many instances, you guys, you spun it. You spun it. You spun it. You spun it. So
things.
I think most people would argue I'm probably one of the most factually based persons when I argue my points.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to argue, and I come prepared.
Very well known for your factual reporting, because you have never ever spun anything in the history of YouTube. You have always been 100% straight down the line. You have never left it open for interpretation.
I try not to where I don't have to. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna be an instigator. But Jeremy, do you have examples?
Oh yes, I do have plenty of examples.
Well, that's great. So these guys watch me. I love it. I love it.
I wanted to.
Thank you, Jeremy. I live rent free in your head. That's awesome. Thank you.
Unlike you, see what you're doing is you're pushing a false narrative right now, Matt. Because me and you, the first time you came on Geeks and Gamers, when we first interacted after you called me out on Twitter, I brought you on the channel. We hashed it out. We were cool. We had a great conversation, and then afterwards, offline, we had an even better conversation. And you gave me a lot of great advice. And I told you I've been watching you for a long time, and it was really cool to me that Mundane Matt was talking to me, because I was still new to the YouTube game at that point. About 3 weeks later, you started shit talking me again. That's when we had our fallout. You are being very disingenuous right now, and you are doing exactly what you're accusing me of doing, because you are projecting.
I'm not projecting. I was a projectionist, but I'm not projecting, Jeremy.
Was a lie. Did anything I say was
a
lie?
we had a conversation, but here's the thing.
I've been watching you for years?
You did, but that doesn't mean anything, because we're not talking about Jeremy.
Wait a minute. Why are you bragging about me watching you when you already knew that I watched you for a long time?
Well, that was 3.5 years ago, Jeremy.
It's still projection.
That's a long time. No, it's not. No, it's not. We had one conversation on stream where we got along.
I've been on your channel multiple times.
No, you haven't. You've been on
Hollywood After Dark and talked to you and 2 other people for like
that was one time. That was one time. You came
on the High Council, Matt.
One time in 2018.
That's
3.5 years ago.
That's total appearances.
Over the span. I said you were on my show once. I was on your show once, and I was on the High Council once. That's 3 interactions over the span.
You just said one. You said one. Oh,
no, see now this is you trying to make a clumping together argument based upon there's
providing facts and context.
That's not context, Jeremy. Context would be provide. When were you on Hollywood After Dark?
God, that was a Doomcock episode. So he was.
That was December 2019, and the reason why you were there was because you had referred to Louis Lecca as an anti-white racist because he called out Doomcock.
Yes, and you
called out a conservative.
Wait a minute, you have tried to use that against me, knowing for a fact that me and him hashed it out, and he even told you me and Jeremy hashed that out. So why were you signal boosting a topic that had already been resolved by me and him in front of you? Why were you then trying to gaslight that topic, Matt? If you're just
I wasn't gaslighting that topic,
then why did
Jeremy? Because I mentioned once, Mary.
He himself
Jeremy
told you to stop doing it.
No, he didn't.
That you were gaslighting. He said me and Jeremy have hashed that out, man.
No, oh Jesus Christ, dude! My entire usage of that particular stream it goes down to one interaction. Hold on. One interaction between you and I is what I reference when I bring it up. And that is me asking you directly what your daughter will think about when she finds out those 200 videos that you've proudly made bashing Brie Larson as a person. That's my question to you. And that's what you hated me to bring up then.
Because I don't talk about my family.
No, but it's a simple question, Jeremy, because it goes back to the point.
It's not respectful to bring something personal up that I don't make
because
part of my
here's the
public
thing.
life.
Here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter. What I'm asking you about is context.
You are.
I don't give a shit. I'm trying to ask you a contextual question. Because I'm trying to get to the root of this. I'm trying to get to the root of this, Jeremy.
No, you're not, Matt.
You're trying to argue an immoral. You're making an immoral argument over a very benign thing.
I don't discuss my personal life on my public
I am not asking you to give me information about this. It was an introspective question. You brag about 200 videos attacking Brie Larson. You boast yourself on that. You attack this woman for having the audacity to exist. This is what you have made a lot of money. Not just you, but many others like the Quartering who brag about this.
No, wait a minute. I have dared for her to exist.
You attack her for doing literally anything.
Really?
And it's not just you.
Really.
Have you not referred to her as algorithmic gold?
Yes.
Right. So by her just existing and by her doing anything, especially when she went on YouTube and you guys had a big old freaking panty twist about that one. This is the whole point I'm trying to make, Jeremy. You actually do not give a shit about the content you create because you don't realize the impact that it has. No,
you having that opinion, I just don't care what you think.
I know you don't care, buddy. I know you don't care.
But I'm here to have the conversation. But when you,
I know you don't care, Jeremy, about what you say.
You
don't care.
I don't
care.
Okay,
let's not.
I wondered why I just wanted to say my little thing before.
At the end of the day, this is why Matt is who Matt is, and this is why he has the reputation he has, because he does.
Because I ask the hard questions and you're too fucking cowardly to answer them. That's what it is, Jeremy. That's what it is, Jeremy. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're afraid to answer the question because you know deep down you spread bullshit, you spread lies. That is not even up for debate. That is an objective fucking fact. And I asked you that question because I want it to be introspective. I want you to think about what it is when someone who is, it doesn't matter if it's your kid, it could be any child that comes off of park hopping or comes off of sports wars or any of the shit you do that finds a content that you make and then questions their own validity, then questions their own fucking validity, Jeremy, because you bash people for fucking money. That is what you do. That is where you make your goddamn fucking living. You are not a good person. You are a piece of repugnant shit. No, this is the fucking reality, Jeremy. You want to, here's the thing. You don't care about what I have to say.
About what kids have to see.
Yeah.
Pretend that the polar bear
said about adults?
guy pretends to care.
A mistake I made 10 years ago that I've openly talked about and I've openly fucking apologized for. Here's the thing. It's deleted, Jeremy. It's deleted like your last Jedi review where you praised it. It's deleted.
How do you
It's gone.
know? How do you know?
It's up on it's off of my channel. It's off of my channel.
Really?
But that doesn't matter, Jeremy, because I've apologized for the stupid shit that I've done in the past. You, on the other hand, spew this shit daily. You go on to Nerdrotic, you go on, and I know you're going to continue to do it. I know you are. You know why you are? Because this is all you are. That's it. Yes. What about you know what I love is when was it Lyndon Hall, your reporter, going on Forced Adversity and admitting that you guys all do it for clicks?
Wait a minute, what's
your name? Your reporter, Lyndon Hall, went on Forced Adversity a little while ago and admitted in an interview with Dane that you do it all for fucking money, that you just do it all for clicks. So you have no fucking credibility.
He's outnumbered here. He's
not outnumbered. He's not outnumbered because no one else is saying a fucking word. It's me and him. That's what this boils down to.
Everybody else accountable.
Yeah, that's right, Jeremy. Mr. Big fucking Balls can't fucking talk to me like a fucking man. Yeah, that's right. I know you want to run. I know you want to run. Why don't you run? I know you want to. I know you want to. Take off, buddy. I know you want to.
I think this conversation hit a brick wall. It's not going anywhere. I think it needs to end.
Let Hans talk.
No. This conversation ain't going anywhere.
Over each other.
Right,
that's the problem. Look, I've listened to both of them, and,
you have to let Jeremy
Matt has
respond.
absolutely made some statements that I agree with, and Jeremy's made some statements that I agree with. The problem is that they both keep crashing into each other, and they both just keep talking over each other, and then it devolves into insults. And
insults,
I mean, I don't think that this stream is even probably going to be one of like trying to. It's not going to make any resolution between these two.
I'm not trying to make a resolution,
I know. I don't have
to.
I know.
I don't have to.
I know.
That's not what I'm here for. I was invited in to ask some questions, and what I met with was deflection, as I was expecting, because that's all he's able to do.
That's fine.
That's all he's able to do.
But for the last 7 minutes, all we've heard is just
you have to at least respect them for being here and not knowing what's coming at him. Let him respond at least.
I mean,
I've asked him on multiple times to streams.
You know how I feel about a lot of this stuff too, but like if you ask a question, I mean, because like I would have said when I know Saggy was like, hey, where's the evidence? I mean, Jeremy, in all fairness, has said to everybody, well, show me the evidence right now. Well, show us the evidence right now, right? I get that. I understand what your frustration is, and I understand going back and forth. But there's no back and forth here right now. There's just like at the same time, and nobody's getting anything out of that. Because nobody, I mean, now Matt, I will say we can hear you a little bit better because it sounds like your mic is a little bit hotter. And
he's swallowing it.
Yeah, and
well, I'm trying to lower. I'm trying to lower the gain. I'm trying to lower the gain on it. I am.
I know you got a good mic. I know you got a great mic.
StreamYard, yeah.
I just wanted this to happen because clearly this needed to happen.
I would love. The reason why I'm here, and I know that a lot of others are here, is we want to hear the debate. Like I want to hear him answer. I want to hear Jeremy answer the things that you're asked, and I want to hear you respond to him. But I feel like we don't have that. And I love you, Max, but like nobody's taking charge of that and saying, okay, here, answer the question. Right?
Hello, I can't get a word in edgewise.
No, Saggy should be in charge.
I never can. My voice isn't as loud. I'm sorry. I tried. I got to eat my mic to shut everybody up. But I'm just going to say this needed to happen because clearly there has been literally like back and forth. So I've always said, have the conversation happen. If it happens and nothing gets resolved, at least, hey, now we can say, y'all had the conversation. So that's
I got what I needed. I got what
that's what it is.
Look, Jeremy, I'm pointing at Jeremy right now, man. That shit is over. That shit is squashed. I got exactly what I needed, man. Everything's resolved.
I just wanted to set up a stream. That's all I wanted to do. That's fine.
Well,
it's a lot easier to react to you, Jeremy, when you're not on my stream. Now I feel awkward.
Look out, Spider-Man's behind you, Max.
You really ruined my reaction video. Really ruined it.
I think he added to it.
I shouldn't have.
You have 120 people watching, Max. That's the most you've had in a very long time.
As soon as we leave, we're going to talk about the beard again.
As soon as Jeremy leaves, he's taking all those views.
Cut that shit off.
At this point, like I've been roasted so much, I can't grow a beard. Now I'm just going to let it grow. I got nothing. I'm not trying to impress nobody.
I thought you were trying to be like the other Friday Night Tights crew.
No, I just did it. Look, I'm a sports fan. In sports, when your team's doing good,
I know.
Superstitious. Right now, it was all about trying to beat Kennel to 100K, and so now
I just watch out. I just hit 5K. Watch out, brother.
Gonna be there. Back to the there was so much thrown at me with.
Well, I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's it's about the idea of virtue signaling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say it's more by the actors themselves or the media that kind of presents a different narrative?
I'd say the Hollywood ecosystem it lends to that. So actors feel like they have to do it to stay in good with the powers that be in Hollywood, because that's what Hollywood wants.
The only thing I would say is that I feel like sometimes it seems like your issue, like at least not just you specifically, I mean the issues of a lot of people in the fandom, and this comes from the way the media talks about certain movies or projects versus the actual actors themselves.
I think the media is garbage. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just saying, I feel like, but some of that anger or some of that discontent ends up being translated to actors over the actual media themselves, and maybe the issue should be addressed towards the actual publications.
Well, I mean,
that are pushing that, news channels and that kind of stuff.
I'll never get credit for it for my critics, but I mean, like, whenever there are like real world things laid against these actors, and even Kathleen Kennedy, I've spoken out against. That's why I kind of was like, I was kind of done with the Fandom Menace stuff, because I started to see people that had, I wouldn't say prominent voices, but they were just there and they were saying horrible shit about Kathleen Kennedy. I'm like, I can't be connected to people that are saying, like, they're taking it from the entertainment world to this real life stuff, and I don't really know those people, but like I started to see a kind of a shift in that, and I'm like, it's not about criticizing the entertainment side. You're taking it too far, and I don't like that, and I've spoken out against that a lot. Like, I don't like it when threats are made. I understand 99% of all threats that are online are baseless anyway, but it's about that 1% that's out there, and it's just not something I'm going to stand by. So I don't like when direct threats are laid against people, or that there's just a line that you don't cross. And so it's up to the individual to understand what that line is. But I obviously don't stand by any of that. But if from the public side of things, if you make things public, I feel that it's fair game if you're a public figure. And so I try to stay on that point. And if I've crossed any lines on that, I don't think I have. But if I have, people can reference that and I'll be happy to address it. But I try to just keep it specifically on the public persona of things. But I probably do take it to, I'd say, when I say this is a bad person or whatever, I do genuinely think someone like Kathleen Kennedy would never speak with not even just me, but just like a public Trump supporter per se, because they can't, and they don't view us as human beings. They view us as insurrectionists.
Well, let me ask you this: like, how much? Well, I feel like you kind of answered it, but just on camera, for example, I know you answered that super chat earlier. How much is what you and a lot of people do say on Friday Night Tights, or just the people that you know, for example? How much of it is like almost like the WWE putting on a work a bit for entertainment purposes versus the actual like? Do you feel like you're kind of like playing a character at this point?
Promo,
like,
I mean, well, again, let's understand. I'm sitting on a stream with a man in a mask, and you're asking me what I do WWE related. So we all have to put a certain. Well, and I'm not hating on that, but the point I'm trying to make is that we all have to have some entertainment to what we do. I don't talk like this in real life, and what I mean, like, I'm kind of more like, hey man, I'm slouching. I've got terrible fucking posture. You know what I mean? I'm scratching my balls in real life. Like I don't like. I have better posture. I speak a little more
Jeremy
from
scratches
there.
his balls just like
yes.
You? Oh my god!
I know. So
which
we
one do you
all
scratch
are putting
first?
on.
That's the question.
Man.
Again,
you go right to left or left to right.
It's left to right for me. It's left to right because the left hangs down a little more.
This is
I
not
work from the back and then come forward.
Yeah. So it's to me it's a and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, RJ, but it's a loaded question because we're all putting some type of entertainment behind what we're doing on these platforms in some capacity, whether it's, you know, I've got lights on me right now. I don't walk around with fucking lights on me in real life.
You should.
Why do I have lights on me? To make me look a little bit prettier for the camera so Saggy will simp over me. Okay?
Wow.
So like that's the point. So there's always a level of entertainment to anything. Do I believe that, first of all, I wouldn't be talking to anyone that's part of me or connected to me if they didn't have, you know, a genuine belief in what they're saying. And that's just the facts of it. Ryan Kennel is the most knowledgeable Star Wars fan that I know. And I know a lot of Star Wars fans. I'm not saying he's but that dude could go toe to toe with anybody on Star Wars lore. Anybody. He just can.
Well, going back to what Matt said, I feel like it kind of got lost a bit. We didn't really get an answer. I mean, do you feel like how much of a crossover is there between the other Geeks and Gamers affiliated channels with the main channel? Do you see people who are like watch Park Hopper, for example, crossover?
Well, I mean, you guys are asking questions that you already know because every one of us clicks on a video on YouTube one time and we get recommended 8 different videos from that same creator, even if it's the first time we've watched it. You guys already know the answer to that question.
I just want to ask the question.
But you already know the answer to the question, so why are you asking me? Like, it's a loaded question because the answer you already know, and all of you know how this game works on YouTube. We've all, even from a user standpoint, we all know when we click on a video from somebody we've never seen, if we watch it for more than a few minutes, tomorrow morning, we're going to have a recommended feed full of that channel. It happens because that's the YouTube game. So, of course, there's overlap. And you all know this.
Listen, the biggest question everybody has.
I guess it matter. Hold on.
Yeah, what does that mean? It doesn't matter. It's meant to take that answer and pretend that it's isolated to Geeks and Gamers or part of my master plan, and then building some type of information pipeline that's being built. Yeah, that's exactly what it's meant to do because it's Jarbo being very disingenuous in how he's trying to prep me for it. Problem is I might be a high school dropout, but I am far too smart for you.
That is also not true. You are a high school dropout. That part is true. But that's, I mean, and that's fine. That's fine.
On high school dropouts now.
Dude, I have a certificate from a trade school, so it's perfectly fine. I'm not knocking on that at all. No, Jeremy, no one ever says you're not intelligent. You are very intelligent, but there's also an element here of playing into a narrative that I think pushes a lot of false info. You know, there was the bounding into comics part where I actually proved just the other day that they sourced themselves on a rumor.
What does that have to do with me?
Because when you push that information, when you read their articles,
what is the definition of pushing that information? Because you talk about bounding into comics.
I mocked them for a section called Chud Watch.
It doesn't matter.
So because I provide
information,
I know
put
because
the name out there.
Jeremy, when I do it, I provide a commentary on what they're saying, and I provide as much backed up evidence as I can. You will just go, oh, okay, this is the truth, and go with it. And I've even
wait a minute. When have I ever said a Bounding in the Comics article is the truth?
You treat it like it is. Come on, that's the source you're going for.
And
you just said no. You're acting like you know John F. Trent. You said that earlier, so you're friendly with the guy, which means you're going to give him a benefit of the doubt regardless. Just to be honest with it, man. Come on. You trust your friends more than you trust other outlets. But my question is, if you have your own Geeks and Gamers outlet, why don't you read articles from your own site?
Because we don't cover a lot of that stuff because my writers aren't passionate about it, and I don't.
Okay, I mean, I'm looking.
Belief, I don't sit there and just tell them what to write. Sometimes they'll write it, sometimes they don't. But a lot of times we.
But as the person in charge of the website, you have an obligation to overlook. I'm not in charge of the
website. I'm not in charge of the website, Matt.
So you're the president of the company.
I have an editor-in-chief that makes all the calls unless he needs me to approve something. I don't get involved with it because that's what good leaders do, Matt.
Oh, okay. So you're just so you just have so you're also absolving yourself of any responsibility.
I literally just said that I don't get into the day-to-day stuff on it.
You don't get in the day-to-day stuff on it, but you're totally fine with your editor-in-chief, and that's fine. That's fine. I get it.
If,
lack of responsibility.
Matt, if you did any research on me, you would know that we have had a mistake in the past, and I made a video on my channel.
Sure.
And I took 100% blame for the editorial mistakes we made. But you would know that if you did the research.
Jeremy, that's perfectly fine. I'm actually happy to hear that.
Did Max?
I'm actually. As odd as it is to say, that's a very good move to make.
Okay, he's alive. He's alive.
Because we do need more ethics and journalism.
So why don't you know that information if you've done so much studying of how problematic I am?
See, what I love is that you require of me the information to be on point. Oh, dude,
this is the person that is leveling all of the accusations to me to have all the information.
You are asking me to have every little detail, which is also, but you won't have that detail. You won't have that detail. You don't play by the same rules, Jeremy. That's the whole point. You don't play by the same rules.
Give me an example.
Right now in this conversation, I could ask you to prove something, and you will be like, "Well, maybe if I can." It's the whole point.
Like
you ask. My argument here is that when it comes to this, because we're getting off topic, that is the truth.
What it comes down to is Matt.
I agree with Saggy. We're going around in circles because I've asked you direct questions.
You make an accusation to me, and I battle that accusation with a fact, and you say, "Oh,
no." You battle the accusation with a question, which is not a fact; it is a diversion. And you've been doing this the entire conversation. I will ask you a direct question, and then you will go, "Well, what about this?" And whataboutism is simply just propaganda. So, that's your tactic, Jeremy. That's what you're good at.
Isn't that what you've been doing to me the whole time? Is what about when you did this? What about when you did that?
There we go. Question.
I'm just asking. What have you said to me that is a specific?
You just proved my point entirely. You just proved my point entirely.
What have you said? You keep saying, "Well, what about the people you hang out with? What about Bounding in Comics? What about this video?"
Because these are people that you associate with, and that you actively pull information from.
So I'm responsible for everybody else.
Jeremy, I'm not. No, I am talking about you as you.
See,
this is the whole point. You won't let me finish. I'm asking you.
Pause, please. So how about we do this? Because we've been listening to this for a while. We're gonna do this game. All right. Someone's going to ask someone a question. Someone's just going to answer the question. The person, if they want to follow up, but at least let it happen first. Because holy shit.
Before we play the game, though, two super chats. One from
two super chats before we play a game. So, Snowdub Music Entertainment. Hashtag I stand with Gina Carano. Yeah, wake up, Max. Come on, get a control.
I hope you don't have to work tomorrow, Max.
And we got Brandon the anime
Brandon,
guy.
Echo Base Network for Life.
Tomorrow
I
I'm
stand with Gina Carano.
A giveaway for my members.
Awesome. Yay, Max. I'm proud of you.
Let's play the game.
Okay, now here's the thing. All right, ready? So how about this? Okay, Jarbo, ask a question.
Okay.
Simple.
This is going to be a loaded question, but there is a follow-up to it.
No.
But I am specifying that. I'm specifying that.
Okay.
You have not asked me one direct question.
I have asked you. No, I've asked you direct questions, Jeremy.
Ask your two-part questions.
It is my question. Okay, fine. I'll summarize it. Like, do you have a low threshold for sexism and bigotry?
Okay, pause. Jeremy, answer the question.
That's a loaded question.
I have a very high threshold.
Okay,
you do, but you also okay. So then
I answered it.
You did, and I'm following up with. So when I see people on Friday Night Tights, and I see people you associate with making very blatant claims, And there's really nothing that's met there. That's my question. Is like, are you okay with the associations?
I don't
that
say
keep?
anything on Friday Night Tights that I don't say to my friends in real life. If you don't like that, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
Okay, now
that's fine.
Okay, and is there any now, Jeremy? Would you like to ask a question?
No, I just want them to keep coming.
Okay, Matt, are you? I guess so. Do you have another question?
I have a question.
Okay, Max, do you have a question, Max?
Yeah, that was actually interesting.
I'm sorry it took so long for us to play this game.
Well,
go ahead. Sorry.
So a lot of your critics, including me, you have zero tolerance for anything that says any woke promoting or like
it's not necessarily true. Zero tolerance is not,
low tolerance. I'm sorry, low tolerance
Yes.
for any advertising for there's zero tolerance there, but some may argue that you have a high tolerance for bad behavior. You defend bad behavior at like downvoting, all this other stuff, or humor. You know, don't try to cancel people, but someone says, you know, I'm happy for representation. That just triggers the hell out of you.
Well,
So
no. I always follow up with, I go, what does representation mean? Does that mean we need more Trump supporters in Hollywood? Because if that's part of representation, then hey, let's get representation for all people, whether it's Black Lives Matter supporters or Trump supporters. But we know that Hollywood can never say that.
With that, I mean, like with Black Lives Matter, of course there's problems, but some.
My point is
you have
that
zero
it's a
tolerance.
disingenuous thing. It's a they don't mean it because they can't say that.
But some people, do you agree that some people in the movement really feel like that people do not think that their lives matter as much, and then you can potentially mock that movement, where on the opposite end you will defend people's rights to be an asshole. So you have a high tolerance for bad behavior, zero low tolerance.
What is bad? What is your definition of bad behavior? Would you consider bad behavior burning cities down in riots?
I'm talking about like even.
I'm just asking.
Like Crowder and stuff. There's a lot of.
I'm not even a Crowder fan.
No. Well, okay. On Friday Night Tights, there was the joke about Elliot Page, and a lot in it. It was a joke. It was kind of a gross meme about really mocking someone going through a transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's might be like
we're
that.
back. We're back to it's Jeremy responsible for other people's
Well,
words.
you Matt did get to the point where you have a strong business relationship with Friday Night Tights. You actually co-sponsor that show.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't really just say that I'm not responsible for anything. You can't really distance yourself.
Hey, that's totally right. So now,
so there's a high tolerance for that type of humor, defending it at all costs. But someone that says my Black life matters,
I'm going to go
other
hard.
things is very. I can't take that.
No, I understand.
I'm not trying to get got you moment. I don't understand that.
This is the thing that needs to be said. Okay, because nobody's saying this, and I'm going to say this in a calm way because Jeremy has been pretty reasonable here. So I would say, Jeremy, I think the issue lies that I feel like sometimes, personally for me, and I've seen you say some things that I would say comes off as ignorant at best. I don't think I've done streams about it where I ask the question, do people think you guys are racist? But I will say this on stream while you're here. I do not think so, but I think sometimes that the things that I can understand why people would think that, I don't think it's true, but I can see why people think that, because there are times where I'll watch things and things will be said from you or your team again, where it's like, I wouldn't have said it like that. I kind of get what sometimes you guys are saying, but the way sometimes it's executed comes off as ignorant at best. I remember a conversation on Twitter you were having with, I believe, was it Uche, about the N-word, for example. And I saw what you were saying, and I saw what Uche was saying, and I was actually happy you guys had that conversation, because it was something that, for me, I think you needed to have a conversation, especially with a person of color, to understand that word. And I did look at that and say, I don't think Jeremy is racist, but I do feel like sometimes he might not always understand the history behind some things, where I would say ignorance. And I don't say ignorance as an insult to you, because I don't think ignorance is an insult to say. So would you say like that's a fair criticism if I was to say, well, I think when Jeremy said that, I feel like he was being ignorant in this moment? Do you get offended if people think you're being ignorant?
No, I don't get offended by anything. I like me and Uche were laughing about that conversation in the DMs.
Oh, I love the conversation though,
but that's the thing. Me and Uche talk all the time. It's not a conversation that I need to have. I grew up listening to rap music, to Tupac. He has a song on his Machiavelli album called White Man's World. I bet none of you know that, but maybe Saggy. White Man's World is a badass song talking about black people in a white man's world.
Born black in this white man's world.
Born black in this white man's world. It's a fantastic song. I don't need any education on any of that because I've been through it. I've been beaten up because of the color of my skin growing up. It don't make me special. I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama. I was a big basketball fan. I played basketball. I've been physically removed from basketball courts because of the color of my skin, just so I could have to earn it back because I had to prove it. Do I think that was racism? Absolutely not. I think that was just how it was. White boys don't get to show up on the court unless you earn it. I respect that. So me and Uche, when Uche reached out to me, I was obviously surprised that an NFL football player reached out to me because I'm like, holy shit, that's crazy. And so when we made initial contact, and I do this with a lot of people that I think have a promising opportunity for us, I drove to Atlanta, Georgia, and I met him in person. We got kicked out of the mall because we were arguing, playfully arguing. So then we went to PF Chang's and we were at the bar.
Well,
and we continued to argue. And the funny thing was I sat there. Well, we didn't eat, but we just needed somewhere late at night. We were late at night. So, and the funny thing is I sat there and I was like, we're just bullshitting about all this stuff, arguing. And I said, what do you think about Tim Tebow? Because I'm a big Tim Tebow fan. He goes, don't Google me and Tim Tebow. I'm like, oh shit. So I did. And it was a funny story because he said some horrible stuff, not horrible stuff, but like he talked shit about Tim Tebow. And he said he got an avalanche of hate over that. But we argued the whole time. But when we were done arguing, we was like, I really like what you got going on, Jeremy. Because he told me he watched me for a year. And he said when he first started watching me, I'd never said anything about like what my direct politics were. But he said, I bet this motherfucker's a Trump supporter. And he is not a Trump supporter, clearly. And I was like, that's cool, man. That's cool that you did the research. But the thing is Uche doesn't need to be part of Geeks and Gamers. You know, he's had a very successful NFL career and he's got a lot of connections, but he wants to be here. I don't care what his opinions are. And clearly they're cringeworthy as hell from my perspective on Twitter. But he's allowed to say them. Why are none of you asking me about Uche's tweets? Because it doesn't fit your narrative. But you'll ask me about a joke on Friday Night Tights.
I actually have a question. I actually have a question about that. I have a question about that. It's legitimate. It's legitimate too.
I know, but can I finish my point before you ask the question? Because the reason why I brought that up is like I knew that you and Uche had a relationship. That's why I didn't take it as you two actually fighting. But like to everybody else, I know that they would have seen it differently. And that's why I did a stream and talked about it. Because like I said, I don't think that I don't think that you and your group are should be labeled racist or prejudiced. I do feel though like I can see why people think that because
I think prejudice is accurate.
But I'm
prejudice
saying,
against what though? Prejudice against what?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't feel like
against the other team. If there's someone gets a job, you immediately think it's going to be woke.
But
I'm
saying
not you, Kennel, the group, fill a narrative. It's going to be bad because this person got hired. Just like you don't like conservatives.
That's not prejudice. That's literally just an opinion you don't agree with.
You're prejudging it. You're prejudging everything.
But hold on. But that's
we all do that. We all prejudge movies every day.
Do
we not?
But see, that's why I wanted to talk about that because.
Well, like actually, the definition is preconceived opinion that is not based on a reason or actual experience. So going at something ahead of time without knowing what it is that.
So literally, you can't be excited for something that you haven't seen. So that's prejudice.
If I'm against it, I could be prejudiced for it. Sure.
Immediately fear mongering and say it's going to be woke and trash fire because of people that are hired.
So kind of like what you wait a minute. So kind of like when you watched my video tonight, you were assuming what I was going to say, and you said that I was going to claim it was woke. But I started out the video saying, "Hey, I'm glad people are liking this show. I'm not interested." I'm
going to use your tactics. Show me where I did that. I didn't.
Go back. I rolled the fucking tape. I was watching it.
No, not me.
All of you said like, let's take jokes on when is he going to say it's woke? That's a prejudice.
I said Gina.
I was asking a question if that was the word. Actually,
first of all, I don't have a problem with anything that anybody said. I'm using it as an example that we all do this. We all do this.
That's I'm clarifying. I asked if it was woke. I
didn't
know the word. I didn't actually.
We all prejudge. There's a reason trailer reactions are a big business on YouTube because we all do this. We either love it or we hate it.
That leads into a question I wanted to ask Jeremy. Actually, this comes from Halogen Helix, who's been in the chat. Jeremy, do you feel pressure to find anything woken content in order to make videos, and do you feel pressure to hate content?
No, that's the joy of having 7 channels.
I believe your. I don't believe your answer there. I think. No, I know you feel you're being genuine there. I really think you reach hard for stuff that's not there,
and that's fine. But all of you have loved to talk about the Geeks and Gamers channel. The views are down. That's because I don't make as many videos as I used to because I'm focused on other projects.
You make more money on D-Day Cobra.
I didn't know your views are down.
Max says Max and the guys have been covering the views are down, and it's like, well, yeah, because I'm not making videos on the channel.
Your D-Day Cobra is more profitable, probably.
Absolutely. Sports Wars is more profitable than
Sports Wars, D-Day Cobra, and then Geeks.
And that is why also I wanted to bring up that topic is because, I think that's where a lot of people I've seen who come to my chat when I talk about you guys, when I have made videos and gave opinions, that's where their mindset was, is like, these guys are this and that. And I'm like, I personally, for me as a black woman, sorry, I'm using that card, but I don't always see it. And maybe that's because I can understand the difference between somebody who's actually doing something out of hate and somebody who might, in my opinion, could just be ignorant to the topic and say things that come across. Because I've called out Cute Kinnell for something that he did when he said something. I was like, Ryan, why are you saying it like that, bro?
Well,
you can say it a better way.
I think Jarbo had a question he wanted to ask Jeremy.
Well, Jarbo smells, so it's fine.
Sure. No, I did have a question actually about Uche and Twitter. It's a little thing. It's nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking it, probably. But right before the Zack Snyder thing, I noticed that he removed the Geeks and Gamers tag from his Twitter profile. Was that in relation to the whole bullshit that went down?
Yes, Matt, that was my decision.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because I thought that was very fascinating.
I love how you've reported on that nonstop, even though you didn't have the answer. Mister, I just call it right down the middle. You didn't reach out for me for a comment.
You wouldn't give me a comment.
You didn't even ask. You didn't even try.
I think I asked something. I've asked you to come on streams.
You didn't try. You didn't try. You didn't ask for any clarification.
Okay, so that's cool. All right, good to know.
You ran with that story 100 times.
I just thought it was very fascinating.
When everything, when Zach went on that stream and said he was working with Geeks and Gamers, that changed everything. And I was like, oh my God, this is not going to be good for us. But I've covered all that in the video. So yes, there was clearly, I'm like, this is going to create problems. We don't want problems. And at the end of the day, I'm still happy with how that whole thing ultimately went, and I handled it the way I handled it, and I wouldn't change how I handled it. I also would
really. I mean, that was pretty bad. That was, you had a pretty interesting reaction to that. Like, there was a line you had said in the stream where you were like, I'm waiting, like, I don't need Hollywood, but I'm waiting for them to come talk to me. Like, do you want Hollywood to come talk to you, like, about what's going on?
Do you think I do?
Yeah, I do actually. I think I do. I really do. I think based upon, I think you'd like to be a tastemaker.
Hollywood, the guy that says fuck Hollywood,
because that's projection, buddy. That's projection 101
that is
right
projection.
There. Oh, 100%. Because you wouldn't talk about it as much if you didn't want there to be some kind of thing.
I will.
We're losing the game again.
Can I ask a question about that? Then?
Yes.
If you don't want Hollywood to come, because I hear a lot about, like, we're changing this, we're changing that. We're trying to be this voice that makes some change. Mm-hmm. But if you don't really want Hollywood to come and talk to you, then why did you guys want Zach to come on at all?
Well, again, there's a difference in wanting and things being opportunities presenting themselves. So just because an opportunity presented itself to you doesn't mean that you wanted it. You still deal with the opportunity that presents itself to you. Uche's a former NFL football player. That opens a lot of doors. That would have never happened without Uche. So it's not like I was trying. The opportunity presented itself. So
it was a charity stream too, though, right? Wasn't it
at the end of the day, I am not a fan of the Snyder Cut. I have said that. I told that to Zach directly, but I said it in a respectful way, obviously. But that was a fan movement. We respect fan movements, even if I am not a fan of the movement itself. I'm still going to be supportive of it. So that wasn't to get in bed with Hollywood. That was to celebrate a fan movement. That's it. End of discussion. It wasn't to be connected or get access or anything like that. I don't want it. I don't need it. And I don't care for it. If these opportunities present themselves, they're going to present themselves in the capacity that, are going to come to us. But I'm just at a point where I don't feel that anyone in the entertainment industry wants to talk to me, and I just kind of operate from that perspective. And I was nervous about the Snyder thing. I was very nervous when that thing came up because I'm like, is this really gonna like quick, this is tough. This is tough, and it was stressful and tough to deal with, but we got through it, and we lived to fight another day, and we've definitely moved forward.
Do you feel like you
raise your hand? I've been having your hand forever.
Hold on. With the Snyder Cut stuff, because there was an obvious reaction, right?
Yes.
When that all went down, do you feel like in some ways you overreacted?
On that initial stream, yes, 100%. That's why I privated it, because I just looked back on it, and I mean, again, that I would never been through anything like that, and so when he said what he said, it obviously kicked my ass, and I wasn't expecting it. I was blindsided by it.
Real quick, do you actually believe that? Like, do you think that what he said, he actually fully? Do you believe that he said that with the full intention of what he said?
I've had
you guys.
I've had off the record conversations about it, and to respect the privacy of those conversations, I think I've alluded to it in the past. But at the end of the day, he said what he said. I think most of you here watch Snyder. If you listen to Snyder talk, the man he's a bumbling all over the place sometimes. He's just the whole thing started because he literally said on a stream, "Hey, I'm not supposed to say this, but we're doing a charity event with Geeks and Gamers." And I'm like,
the problem
that wasn't supposed to happen.
Problem on that stream, Jeremy, in my opinion, was self-inflicted by all of your team that is so into this anti-woke stuff that, and I in my opinion, any reasonable person, when Jeremy's bringing up, or when Zach's bringing up, we need to stop Asian hate based on current events, you took that as a virtue signal. I believe anyone that's
100% a virtue signal.
No. Anyone that's
yes, it is
not so indulgent in this, indoctrinated in this anti-woke bullshit, would say there's a recent, or you'd even know there's a recent, a horrible event where someone gunned down people, Asian Americans. All Kendall had to say is, that was horrible. It was not connecting you to this
question.
Zach's been waiting for like a half hour.
Don't you think, though, the benefit of the doubt, is to give Zach the benefit of the doubt, given the fact that his daughters are both of Asian descent?
Okay.
I mean, instead of just going right to the virtue signal to he's just got
Hold
some Hollywood agenda that maybe because his daughters are that, and because of what he went through with his daughters and what had recently happened and transpired with what had happened, that give him the benefit of the doubt on that he's just coming from a genuine place as a father. I mean, I'm the father of 3 boys, and if I had something like that happen in my life, and then there was something connected, socially to it, I would be sensitive to it too. I wouldn't necessarily come out, and maybe say it just in the right way or as effectively maybe, but then to just kind of go, well, no, he's just virtue signaling, or he's just making a propaganda thing because he's Hollywood. If there's anything that I've seen, look, and I've shared this with you, Jeremy, and it may not be popular, but I consider myself a conservative.
What are you doing, Nick? What are you doing?
I consider myself
Stop
a
causing
conservative,
trouble, Nick.
But I've seen so many things about Zach since that I don't feel like Zach is just necessarily into just virtue signaling everybody, and in doing that, I feel like he was coming from a place of genuineness with his family and with what had happened to him. Okay, now of course that's my opinion, but I feel like there was like this. That's why I asked you if you felt there was an overreaction to it, because
that's ridiculous, Angus.
Because it felt like a gross overreaction, that everybody got upset, and it was just automatically that he just must be in this group of just leftist crazy, people that are just making these statements. And as a father, even as a conservative, I looked at him as he's dealing with that, and there's things in the news and in the press right now, and that was something important to him.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's your take on it, and I respect that. At the end of the day, bad shit happens every day. We can all connect it to our personal lives in some capacity if we want. But I mean,
hate is not a virtue signal. That's common decency.
Okay. Do you think he's going to say that if 2 Trump supporters get attacked right before the stream? He's going to come on and go, "Hey, we got to stop the hate on Trump supporters"? No. No, he won't, because he can't do it, because it's not about stopping hate. It's about taking an identity and pretending that there's this rampant problem in the United States of America.
You have Trump derangement syndrome. No one's talking about Trump. He's talking about stopping.
It's an example. It's an example.
No, wait.
Yeah, Max, that was just an example. I think you went.
It's an example. It is an example to show that literally no one in Hollywood is allowed to say that, because it's like, I can sit here right now. And I can say, if you're a Joe Biden supporter, you're welcome to support Geeks and Gamers. Hollywood cannot sit there and say that the opposite direction right now. They cannot do it. They're not allowed to, because they are part of their own little echo chamber. I can tell you, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care what you do, as long as it's not illegal. You're welcome to support us.
Please.
I will say there is truth to that.
Saggy, it's your turn.
I will.
It's not a good look,
say,
Saggy.
I will absolutely
I'm going to screen cap this.
I will absolutely say that there is truth to that, because that is. I get lumped in all the time about stuff that people make assumptions about me that they think I know, that they think they know what I say, or like what I think about something, because I consider myself very middle of the road. I don't consider myself on one wing or the other. And the thing is I have people all the time, if they hear me say, well, you're conservative, well, you must think this about this, and you must agree with this, and you must agree with that, and I don't. And I've had people automatically attack me because of that from both sides. Apparently, I'm not enough for one side, I'm not enough for the other side. But I have to agree with him. I mean, he is making a point there that because nobody, and I've said this, and this is,
Enosh,
this is not
Enosh. I love you, but can we please let Saggy ask this question already?
Well, I'm just because I've sat here quietly.
Enosh, the rules are, if you're being nice to me, you can't talk.
It's almost 5 in the morning. It's almost 5 in the morning. I have to get up at 8 for church. I'm just saying, from my perspective, I will absolutely let Saggy have the rest of the show. I will let Saggy have the rest of the show. I've been quietly for most of the show.
That's true. He has been quiet for a while.
I got to get up at 8 in the morning. I will let Saggy have the rest of the show, and then I will.
How long is the rest of the show?
But I will just say, I absolutely agree with the fact that I think too many times, especially nowadays, nobody is letting. We automatically link people now to whoever they voted for, and we care more about people who people voted for now than ever, instead of recognizing them as people. Whether you voted for Biden, whether you voted for Trump, whoever you voted for, the reality is that these are people who are next to us every day. These are people who are our neighbors, and everything is not always wrapped up in who somebody voted for president, and that's just it. Everybody's, when I hear people say things like, if you voted for this person, I've seen it on both sides. I've seen people say, if you voted for Biden, unfriend me right now from whatever social media, or if you voted for Trump, unfriend me from this social media. Really? Because if you really knew what people actually thought about most things, you probably wouldn't go outside your door anymore. Yep. Because you'd be scared to, you'd be pissed off at everybody, and you just huddle around your own little family, and then you'd find out that your family that you live with has different opinions, and you get all pissed off at them, and you would just end up having to live in a little hole all by yourself, and that's it. And that's great. Just stupid. That's just stupid. We've gotten to that point where it's just that stupid. Let people live their lives. I'm not saying that you condone everything that somebody does. If you have an opinion about it, that's fine. But also remember that these are people that live around you. That there's a whole lot of people. There's a whole lot of people who.
Can we let Saggy talk, please? I don't want to bring that.
Have the rest of it.
I don't want her bringing that out.
I got 6 minutes and I'm leaving.
I was just kidding. So, first of all, because holy shit, I'm glad I remember the question. But basically, so just to touch base on the Zack Snyder stuff. I'm sorry because everyone was talking. I would say, for me personally, when I heard that line, I understood why Jeremy and company took it the way, because when Zack did say those lines, he didn't really take a pause, or it kind of did come off as he was saying one statement. I know most of us, we know that that's not what was meant, and that's fine, but I did understand why the other side took it that way. But also the question I was going to ask Jeremy, what?
Where are you speaking from, knowing what Zack Snyder meant?
No. I'm saying, what are you talking about? Like when he made that statement, it was two separate statements. That's what I'm saying. And
was it?
That's what I perceived, and that's what other people perceived, that it was two separate statements.
Okay.
But my thing is,
well, we all don't feel that way, so okay.
And that's fine, cool. But my whole thing is, like, when it comes to that topic and the question I was going to ask, and if I don't know if you can answer, and if you can't, that's fine. You can just say so. But before you did that stream, ranting about it, was there an attempt of you reaching out to Zach's people to find out why that was said? And so there was no, so you didn't reach out before you did the rant. Did you reach out after the fact?
Yes.
Okay. That's just honestly because I was wondering if you did, because when I first saw that, it's like, Jeremy, no, you should have reached out first to see why.
I still don't even. I mean, I just think there was what I did wrong, and I don't really have any regrets for anything I said on that stream. What I feel that I failed in is that I put my guys that were coming right off the stream into another stream. And I feel like I failed them from that perspective because they didn't even have enough time to process what happened before I threw them into another stream with 8,000 people watching. So that's why I felt that it was not good for that perspective. And that's a failure on my part for just reacting emotionally, which I typically don't do. I'm typically very measured in everything I do. I try to think several steps ahead for everything I do. Just like tonight, I knew if I come on, I knew it was going to be like Jarbo was going to be here and other people were going to be here, and I was prepared for it. So
no,
yeah.
I didn't.
No, but I took shots at him too, and I'm going to say something that's 100% honest right now. When that Snyder stuff happened, a lot of us were so happy, like, oh God, I'm going to fucking say this. We were so happy to see Jeremy get dunked on that we weren't even really paying attention to what was happening, and that kind of makes us assholes.
Oh,
I
would. If I was someone that was critical of me and that happened, I'd fucking be like, yes.
No, because look, this is hard, man. Because this is like for someone like me, I know one sub to somebody doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it does.
I got 900,000 subs. One guy,
dude, I upload videos that get I upload a couple videos on some of my channels that get a couple hundred views. Like but
what I mean is,
it's amazing. Like anything is helpful.
If you lose a sub, people are like blah blah blah. Like for example, you're on a panel right now with Jarbo. There was a time when I could not stand Matt Jarbo, and now he's one of my absolute favorite channels.
Holy shit!
It just took some time to watch him live that. To live that real life redemption arc. That's just how I feel.
Jeremy, I'm sorry.
And this is the dude that said stop talking to Jarbo or else to me.
Yeah, I mean, I there was a time I hated Matt Jarbo.
I'm a lovable scamp.
I fed so much into the bull.
we can't see that.
You know, that I just kind of like
Twilight. Oh my lord!
I kind of took it too far, and now I'm feeling like that. Like just thinking about
he's married.
What Enosh just said, and the Zack Snyder stuff, and the stuff about look, Jeremy came in here, got dogpiled, and he's answered every question without losing his temper. I've lost my temper about 30 times already.
He got a little heated first.
You know what I mean?
Jarbo does that to people.
I just wish stuff like this.
Jeremy got a little heated. Don't front.
Well,
none of us are ever going to agree with each other.
Whether I should go to bed or not, and let RJ take over.
I am tired. I'll say that, but I'm here. So we're I'm not leaving yet.
Well,
but
I have kids that are waking up that I have to go check on here in a minute. So.
All right.
Okay. Any final thoughts, Jarbo?
Are me and you okay, Jarbo?
No.
I'm still a little ticked about yesterday. So.
Well, man, I'm a little sick.
At least I'm consistent.
No, that's true. Wait, I actually have an honest question because I don't want to leave it entirely like as like a bitch fit because I know it's fun to argue. But Jeremy, do you think that Cameron Pash is full of shit?
I've had
yes, blow that up. Yes, please.
I had Cameron on, and the reason I laugh about it is because I've heard Jarbo went off. Yeah, let me answer.
Max, shut the hell up.
I like Cameron. Cameron came on Geeks and Gamers. We've done a couple of streams. And so now he's doing this thing with Midnight's Edge, and look, he gave me some information. It's up to him to determine if that's legitimate or not. But I like Cameron. I got nothing against Cameron. So
sure, I know he seems like a nice guy.
Jarbo's done like full streams on this guy, just like digging into it.
Oh, I have.
And I don't know why. And I don't like. And I guess my question is, why does it matter?
Well, I can actually explain that. I actually can explain that. So I've gotten part of my apprehension with a lot of the stuff is I get phone calls from like friends of mine who are like non-internet people. And what it is like they go, hey man, like what's this I'm hearing about like Star Wars and shit? And they say all this stuff that's like blatantly untrue. And then I start sourcing it back and sourcing it back and sourcing it back. And it's like Mike Zero for a while because he was being run on legitimate outlets. You know, then it's like Doomcock and oh my God, the whatever the hell it is that guy says, you know, and it's just so it's like that's kind of been my point of contention where it's like, you know,
my whole thing is all these. I'm sorry, Matt, I didn't mean to.
No, by all means.
My whole thing is Lucasfilm with one press conference could destroy every rumor. One press conference. Either they don't think we're important enough to address this, or there's some truth to it. Either way, it is what it is. They can just crush these things. They could crush these narratives if they wanted to.
That's actually true.
So it's either,
no, I agree. I do agree.
I agree.
So
it's either that we're so we're either not that important enough. We're just an ankle biter to them, and they're like, oh God, the YouTube people are mad again, or there's something to it. Either way, it'll take care of itself. That's my stance on it.
See, I think in the case of like Sony and DC for like No Way Home and The Flash, they have been purposely leaking things to like, I don't want to say control the conversation, but I think they've been trying to like keep people excited and whatnot. And so that's one avenue of it, but it's like the Scooper game in general over the course of the past like 2 years has been largely, I believe, like more about a cult of personality rather than actually spewing facts.
I would disagree with that. I mean, I'm a longtime viewer of Collider, AMC. I watched Screen Junkies back in the day. I read Hollywood Reporter. I read all this shit. These motherfuckers came up with the same bullshit as that we've said in terms of like making assumptions, saying that this is going to come true, and it never came true. How long did I push the Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired thing? I didn't say that it's like I believed it would happen. It wasn't like I was saying like, but it didn't happen. Same thing happened with Collider all these years. They would say, well, my sources or I believe or whatever. This is how it goes. Channels were built off of the Force Awakens buildup. All of these theory channels, and I don't mean my boy Star Wars Theory, but I'm just talking about there's a lot of these channels out there that were going, this is the prediction for what's going to happen in the Force Awakens. Luke, Han, and Leia go to a planet. None of that shit happened.
Yeah,
none of that happened.
Ladder, they all did.
So yeah, they all did it, and they all built off of that. And who cares? Like, I'm happy that a lot of those channels did that.
The guy with a toilet on his head.
What?
That's Doomcock. That's Doomcock.
But yeah, we all can. You can find clips to anybody to saying something that's not going to come true because we're out here giving our opinions unfiltered and saying bullshit all the time. And you can clip things. You can do this, that. You can do whatever you want. But that nothing has changed. You're just intertwined in it. John Campea 5 years ago, when at the height of Collider, would have never came on the channel and talked to people like this because he was too much of an elitist asshole, and he still fucking
still is. Yeah, fuck that guy.
The difference is we are trying to, you know, I know, like, when I watched Collider, I viewed these dudes as like, my God, the world must revolve around them. They have a YouTube channel with 200,000 subscribers. Well, now, I mean, I've got that, and all I look at is like, shit, life's not really that great. It's just the same thing now. You know, I still got the same stress. I got the same problems in the real world. I have a nice YouTube channel, and it's really cool. But the world isn't perfect when you have a following like this, like I perceived it to be. But I looked at guys like that, and I would go. I met some of them at Star Wars Celebration, and they are so unapproachable. And so from that perspective, you know, they were pushing the same stuff, but it wasn't as widespread. YouTube, we didn't all have the platforms we had to kind of speak out against it. I just think it's the internet as a whole has elevated across the board. But it's the same song and dance. It's the same bullshit that's being done.
I agree with this comment here. Jarbo versus Jeremy movie idea. They fight until the end, and then Campy comes and they must work together to destroy him.
No, Campia comes in and watermarks the fight, so he claims
and then it just says like, look at Jeremy's dick. Like that's the tagline. There you go.
That's how you know it's not Photoshop.
That super chat is that's 100% accurate. That was a big argument me and Az had about Dave Filoni, and I said that if you give me a good product, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm not the thought police, and that was a big thing that, you know, that was the Filoniing. That's a big meme now on Friday Night Fights about. His stance was, you have to go back and watch it. But basically, it's like that. Remember, you guys always accuse me of all this stuff. Remember when the Dave Filoni video came out? Oh no, a female character. All that stuff. I didn't go after him. I didn't go after it. I defended him. But so I mean, like I call it like I see.
Are you still a fan of
I am a fan of everything that dude has produced, but I haven't seen the other stuff because I have to stick to where I am on the Gina Carano thing. Just that's how I feel about it. So I have to say he's just part of the problem like anybody else from my perspective. So I'm not going to watch anything.
I have to address this. Thanks, Paul. He did not insinuate he was a terrible person. You're taking that. That's your perception with the
Lightning.
He's on.
I know Lisa Lightning. Lisa Lightning does a lot of
Australia, right?
He didn't insinuate.
He does a lot of anime content. I watch him.
He said he could not be associated with it, and we're not going back to that either. But you're taking that. That's your perception. That's your opinion. But he didn't insinuate he's a terrible person.
Well, I'm just gonna say this, and I don't care if it's a hot take, and I don't care if people want to come at me and call me a simp or a dick rider and that shit. But
you are one.
I have glommed, obviously taken the things that Jeremy has done with all the other people and some of the things I don't agree with, and I've glommed it together. And I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. I think I misjudged the guy, man.
Well, I appreciate that, but at the same time, I'm just as guilty of this as too. Like there's people in Hollywood I probably call out, and I'm sure some people may have seen my being like, "What this motherfucker talking about?"
Yeah, there's still a lot of shit I don't agree with.
I lump people in too. Yeah.
I am so. You know how much shit people had gave me. How much shit I got when I met them.
Nobody cares.
No, fuck your face.
Thank
fuck
y'all.
your face. All y'all fake asses.
I went to Dave and Buster's and
all
played skee-ball with Jeremy. Oh my god!
No one just says it.
Y'all
I'm the
are
only
fucking
one here.
fake.
I got young after playing hoops with Jeremy. Oh my gosh!
I wait, you better exclude me from that because I even DM'd you and said, "No, man, that's cool."
No, you're exempt. But everybody else who was gonna be like, "Oh, well, Jeremy's not that bad." When I'm sitting here like, I don't got beef with him. You're a simp for Jeremy.
Wait. I am fake then because I did do that shit. Yeah, I did. That shit.
Did we do it?
No,
I did. I was like,
I know I did.
I'm a simp because listen. The man
I was only
fed me.
kidding.
I don't care. He
I
fed
really
me.
did.
No, the pigs in the
I
plate.
could care less.
They were fucking delicious. Don't hate.
Actually, I wanted to ask Jeremy this real quick. It's kind of a movie-related question.
I know you're an interview with you, man.
Sure, why not? I'm down for that. But no, I was going to ask
Cloud Chaser
on his shitty channel. Please give me
my shitty channel. Please come on.
I'm trying to hang. So it's 4:07 for me. I'm getting tired. But no, that's good. Let's go.
Real quick. I know you said you're not really a fan of like the Snyder DC movies, but I know Ryan covered it. How do you feel about the latest rumors regarding the Flash movie and the reboot that's coming?
Yeah, I haven't looked too far into that. I actually asked him about that.
Because it's the actual DCU and not the MCU.
Because I do like the idea, like, is this the whole Michael Keaton ties and everything like that? Is this the Michael Keaton story?
Yeah, they're gonna make like Black.
Replacing Superman with Supergirl. It's like everything you're afraid of. Yeah, you actually make a lot of money.
Look at you giving me ideas now.
Well, then
can I just say,
poor
Grace. I will support that fully, Jeremy. We can go after all that crap all day long, dude, because that right there is gender swapping.
Yeah.
Well, so actually a bunch of bait and switch. That is a bunch of crap. I mean, that what it is.
I'm a little disconnected to the entertainment side because I've kind of been so pulled into everything I'm covering on D-Day Cobra, which coincidentally enough, I've been calling out a lot of Republicans on my D-Day Cobra channel lately. Jack Posobiec, and this Jack Murphy situation and all this crazy bullshit. Like that's what I've been going after. I called out stupid ass Benny, whatever his name is.
The vote on this Flash situation. You pop. It's like a.
No. The Jack Murphy thing is funnier, dude.
Superman.
The Jack Murphy thing is funnier.
The Jack Murphy thing is hilarious.
Listen, all I'm gonna tell.
And I'm not Matt from Tinder.
Yeah.
You know how many I woke up and I all of a sudden got all these DM messages like, "Are you Matt from Tinder?" I'm like, "What the fuck is that?"
I told everybody. I said it on Friday Night Tights. I said if Jarbo, if the ultimate redemption arc is if he is Matt from Tinder, he will. That's the ultimate redemption arc. But
I don't even live in the state.
If you are a man and you maybe have some maybe some reservations about your size downstairs, just look at the Jack Murphy stuff. you'll feel better.
That dude is such
immediately.
A talk, man.
So,
no,
but yeah, the Jack Murphy stuff's been hilarious, and so at the end of the day, the goal.
I'm going to be honest; those were great videos, man.
The goal was to beat Kennel to 100K. So I will sacrifice views and money on Geeks and Gamers to get that. And
I have one more question for you, Jeremy, before you decide to head out. This is very important. When are you going to incorporate hashtag Hot Jeremy as an emoji for Geeks and Gamers channel for members? Because that's been asked, and I want to know when it's happening.
So this will be funny. I can take an opportunity to virtue signal. I don't make those decisions. Kristen Nova makes all those decisions for emojis and hashtags and all of that on the main channel and all of our channels. So that's 100% her decision, not mine.
Yeah, but I'm going to email her. Shot, dude, it looked like one of those 8 because he had his pinky all.
Dude, it was the best. It was the best meme I've ever seen, and I'm all for it.
I don't know. I use it all the time in the Discord.
It's in our Discord. It is in our Discord. It's on my channel for members. It is everywhere now, and it was funny when it kind of crossed over.
I have no clue.
I mean, it pisses me off, so you might want to actually do it.
Vito's a troll. Vito is a troll. He literally is just trolling everybody.
Vito, like Vito Star Wars, Vito?
No,
Vito, you didn't hear what happened to Vito?
Yes, no dub. I will end the show if you come on, and I will mute Matt Charbo for you. Yes,
it doesn't work forever.
Dude, Vito woke up.
Me and RJ will make sure we mute Matt if you come on.
Vito woke up this morning and chose violence. That's what Vito did. That
would be a perfect end to the show.
Well, Jeremy,
I love fest.
Jeremy, you need a G.I. Joe show.
You're ruining my content.
Actually,
you're ruining my content, Jeremy.
I've been thinking about making a Cobra Kai show because I love season 4 so much.
Isn't it amazing?
Season 4 is one of the best things I've seen in a long time.
Was when that kid,
we got a new member finally.
Yo, the funniest part was when that kid goes, I believe everything you just said except that Johnny knows how to tweet. And he goes, who's he even tweeting to? You're the only one that follows him.
Yeah, he's got no followers. Yeah. Cobra Kai season 4 is a master class in storytelling.
Oh no, I have a real problem with this Cobra Kai. I like Cobra Kai, but when will we admit that it is a soap opera for boomers with teenagers?
It's
not masterclass. It's fun. It's a soap opera.
Listen,
the original series.
It's a soap opera.
This story is written so that you can watch it as an adult and see the adult points of view, and the kids can watch it like it's a Disney show and see the kids' point of view.
And you're watching a teenager soap opera.
I have that.
They're cheap, but they're kind
of
cool.
They're very cheap. Yeah,
but it's kind of cool. I got it more for the artwork.
I mean, I like it, but grown men need to admit they're watching a teenager soap opera.
Yeah, I got 2 Night Ravens.
It is a bit soap. I do have a Night Raven.
I literally am just picturing Jeremy and Enosh.
I didn't call it a soap.
G.I. Joes together on the floor like children.
No, but it's a bit soap opera-ish. Yeah. Oh, you got the mini Night Raven. I got the.
No, you're not taking over.
Oh, hey, I'll show you guys something I got real quick. Hang on, just a second. I'll be right
yeah, but he won't show the snake eyes. I asked.
No, Dub. If you don't,
I'll get the damn snake eyes. Hang on.
Tell Snowdub to get on here so we can end the stream.
No, listen.
Please don't bring that dumb puppet on.
There's my real. We don't like puppets here.
Puppets are trash, man.
Yo, Enoch has the dopest room, man. He has so many toys I want. I mean, I got a lot of toys, but he's got shit like.
There's my Night Raven up there.
I can't show my toys this stream. We'll get
he's not Centurion. You guys even know what Centurion is?
There's my Night Raven. There's my Night Raven.
That's how big mine is.
I got 2 Rattlers. There's 2 Rattlers and a Night Raven. And,
we're in the same boat, Saggy.
Thank you.
All right.
There's 2 Rattlers there and a Night Raven.
I'm glad Jeremy missed that joke.
Yes, I missed it.
You know what? I've been looking for a vintage Rattler and I can't find one.
It's a Terradrome.
Terradrome. Come on.
Battle Android Troopers and
there we go.
All right. So here you go.
That's
nice. What you wanted
right there. That's
nice.
So sick. I tried so hard to get one, and you just couldn't get one, man. If you weren't online, hitting that enter button about 500 times a minute, you weren't gonna get one, man.
That's this one.
Yep.
That one. I just got that one in.
Oh, Echo Base has a question, and I'm trying to figure out what it is.
The one with Timber's super.
This was on. This was. I found this and I put it on our Bragging Rights show. Nice. That's a Game Genie in the box.
Very nice.
That's like the real
one. That's a Nintendo game, ain't it? Like
that's
a
yeah. It's like
the cheat codes. See if the cheat codes.
Nick, check your text messages.
Oh, the Game Genie. Yeah, you put it in your yeah.
And this is from 1996. It is original Turbo Man. You got one?
I've never
Enoch?
even seen that movie.
Yep, we got a Turbo Man. Yep.
This is not the Funko one that came out
the
earlier
new
this year. This is the OG right here.
Heck
So,
yeah.
Jeremy, listen, man, that's a whole nother channel. You know that, right? Your garage with all the vintage games in it. And
yeah,
all
well, me and Dan Bask and Tommytron do a monthly show on Geeks and Gamers called Bragging Rights, where we present all of our monthly pickups. So Tommy's been destroying us, though. There's Globulus. There's Dr. Mindbender.
That's from the G.I. Joe movie that everybody hates and I actually like.
I love that movie.
Jeremy, an anonymous person wants to ask you a question. What you thought of Terry Silver's return?
Terry Silver took the show to another level.
Didn't
that was bullshit. Terry
scene
Silver's storyline was completely crazy.
Shut the hell up! You are out of your mind.
He actually seemed like a rational guy, and then
that was the point.
No, but it was so soap opera-y. Spoilers.
Have you seen Karate Kid 3?
Right, thank you.
It's a PTSD issue, Max.
Yeah, he literally Kreese awoke something in him.
I know, but
it made it worse.
Yep.
It was.
I'll be right back.
They were trying to make the flip between Kreese and Silver.
No, Max. The whole point.
It was just.
The whole
it
point.
didn't seem organic.
It was
organic, Max.
Yeah, if you watch Karate Kid 3, listen, Silver always was worse than Kreese. Yeah. He was more manipulative. He had more money.
Silver was always he was out. He was almost like a cartoon character at times in 3 because he was over the top.
He was vicious, man. He was absolutely vicious.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then here's the beauty of it: when you hear Terry explain, when you see in Cobra Kai, he blames it on cocaine and all this stuff. He's not on cocaine now. He's not on things. So he's always just been batshit crazy.
Kreese just awakened that PTSD that he had. He's got PTSD.
He brought it out.
And
Terry
agree to disagree.
No, get out. Get out your stream. Get out your.
I swear. Listen, I don't want to bring up too much personal stuff.
You make one positive comment. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers makes one positive comment, and Max isn't happy with it.
Max, I swear to you that is exactly what
you like a soap opera for teenagers.
No, I've seen it firsthand.
Josh, I love you, Josh.
I've seen
Josh,
it happen.
Always acknowledge
the
you,
way
Josh.
Terry Silver acts, and the way my dad won't watch Platoon. He won't watch Apocalypse Now. He won't because he said he lived it. I can't get my dad to watch a war movie with me. And the way some of the things Terry Silver was doing, the drinking problem and the blaming, my father acts just like that. So I'm like, dude, when you see that on a TV show and you see it firsthand in real life from your dad who fought in Vietnam and came home with 7 NATO rounds in him, you know that the directors did something good. That's just how I feel, though. That's just my feeling.
I loved it.
Thank God.
What do you think of Batman?
All right. Now we can.
You said he wouldn't be the puppet.
Now we can end the show.
Why is he the puppet? No, we're not ending the show. Get out of here.
I want to go to sleep. Oh, but I will say I appreciate all of you having me on. It was great talking to all of you. So thank you for having me.
Jeremy,
if I came in hot,
hang on.
If I came in hot at any point in time, that's just my mentality. I'm not offended or bothered or hold any grudges or anything like that. So I like doing this type of stuff. The previous streams that we did where I kind of did really named it the Common Ground stream because I didn't like Hater Stream. I felt like that was but it was misrepresenting anything that we were trying to accomplish. But we did have a few people that presented themselves as like people that had beef with me. And then they were like, oh, we're cool. And then these people actually they became friendly with people on the team, on the Geeks Gamers team from behind the scenes. And then they basically screenshot a lot of their conversations and then used them against them. And I felt like, Not you.
Okay.
Nobody. So I felt like, like a lot of people on our team they don't have a huge following and a lot of this is just kind of a casual thing for them. They have day jobs, families, all that stuff. And so I feel like I have to think about the decisions I'm making, how they're going to impact people on our team. So yeah, people may, oh, Jeremy doesn't want to talk to people. And it's like, it's not really my call. Like I have to think about other people and how it's going to impact them because I care about everybody on my team. And there's a lot of people behind the scenes or lower level people that don't get the recognition that some of the top level people do. But my decisions are always about everybody else. And then I'm definitely part of my decision making, but it's a secondary decision making to my team. So, but I thank you guys for having me.
Wait, real quick, so just to add to that, I just want to ask before you go, just to get some kind of closure for everybody here. After you've come on here, you've had everyone kind of go at you, everyone talking and stuff. Do you think that maybe you would kind of maybe do something like this in the future, where you have people who have harsh criticisms on you and have this discussion in the future?
I'll see. I mean,
For charity.
I'll never do another charity stream. Learned my lesson there, but I've already announced that. Like, I've had other channels ask me to come on. I'm like, I ain't touching. No, it always backfires.
There's good in having a one-off like this, but I don't know if that it's healthy to always just like put yourself in a position where you feel like you got to just answer for everything that you.
I'm taking on.
Wait, I want to hear his answer. I want to hear.
One reason, and it's kind of publicly there, and I've said this, and it's not to throw you under the bus or anything, Max, but there was some like memeing of some of the ladies at Geeks and Gamers just because they were connected to me that I just did not like, and I'm like, there's no reason to bring them into it. You know, there's no reason. Your beef with me is your beef with me, whether that's you, a viewer. When I see people using the people that are part of Geeks and Gamers just because they're connected to me, but utilizing that, like that really bothers me.
I wasn't using them. I was pointing out your potential hypocrisy that you hate Hollywood virtue signals towards ladies and you use them and then they're not included in the conversation. But they are. They're literally on my Twitch streams. They're on the gaming streams. They don't want to be bitching about Hollywood. If they did, I would let them. But you know what? You're wanting me to force them to do something that you want them to do, where I allow them to do what they want to do. All right. Well, I just think there's some hypocrisy there. But I wasn't personal towards them. I didn't say that. I didn't say anything personal. I actually would love it. I've been championing Saggy Melons to get a video on the main channel or some kind of collab with you two.
Why are you cloud chasing for me, man?
Because that's the diversity I want to see. That's the diversity I want to see. Then I'd be happy.
I've said this publicly multiple times. The worst thing you can do to be part of Geeks and Gamers is be a fan of mine. That's true. Like, I don't like when people.
Well, then I should come on your show.
See, I'm out because I'm in simp apparently, so I can't be on.
G.I. Joe show all day long, baby.
You can't have any simps on the main. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like that. So I have people reach out to me that are like, "Oh my god, I've been watching every video," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
I could squish my head back into that. I can squish my head back into that Snake Eyes helmet, and they'll never even know.
I don't know how the hell you did that, by the way.
I got a big head. I don't know how I did it either.
Echo Base, hold on, wait. Important. Echo Base wants to know, does Jeremy think him and EVS will ever mend things? A lot of people miss seeing him them to do something. He's asking me.
We obviously did some great things on the High Council, and the EVS has moved in a different direction. He's full into Comicsgate. I don't do comic books. I've never been
away from Comicsgate.
I've never been a comic, like I've had comics over the years, but I would never consider myself to be a comic book aficionado or anything like that. So that's just not a world that I'm intertwined in, really. And who knows what paths I'll cross with at a later date and time, but who knows? I didn't know I'd be here tonight. Here I am.
Well, I want to say this, Jeremy. I think I speak for everybody.
This man needs to go to bed, damn it.
Well, I was going to say, I think I speak for everyone here. It's like, I think everyone here commends you for coming on and listening to everyone's criticisms and our constructive feedback towards what you've done in the past and stuff, and just your content. And I would just say, too, at least in my, from anything that I've ever said, if it's been gotten to a personal level, I do apologize. Nothing I've ever said is directed like personal hate towards you. I don't know you as a person, but I commend you for coming on and talking to us. So
I appreciate that. I don't hold anything against anyone that said anything about me. It's when other people that are connected to me. So, and I'm not saying you have, RJ. I'm just saying that's where I will distance myself. If I'm like, throw it at me, talk about me, call me every name in the book. Don't bring other people into the and I don't mean Ryan. Fuck Ryan. You talk about him all day long. Yeah, he asked for it, but I'm just saying that people that aren't in the discussions, the people that aren't making that content, just because they're part of Geeks and Gamers, it doesn't mean that you should be going after them because they've said nothing. Hold people accountable for their words.
That's something I've tried to do, is make sure that things don't get personal, at least on my channel, and I've definitely pivoted my content, what I'm doing lately. So, and I think I've been doing a better job lately as well. So, yeah.
At the end
I
of
don't
the day,
care what
do your
anybody
thing, do
thinks.
what
This is
works.
closure for me. This is closure.
Yeah, man, we're moving on. We got
closure for me, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
kind of
I
like
gotta
what
get
I've
going.
been
I gotta get
saying.
going. Jeremy, it was
Bye.
good seeing you again.
You too, man.
Joe. Hey
Yo,
guys,
brother.
We'll see y'all
Good
later.
enough.
See you, Nash.
Bye, Enosh.
All right.
Peace out.
Bye, Nosh.
Nice. What do we do here now?
All I know is everyone who gave me shit. That's all I'm gonna say. For my opinion,
Okay,
Jeremy,
Yeah.
it
I
took you
have
to
been
come on to
consistent.
bring all my friends back that were mad at me.
I have been consistent with my
I wasn't mad at you.
gamers. All y'all.
Snow and Matt are mad. Matt are both.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna start a war with Max again just because I'm bored now.
I would like to say one thing though, Matt. Stop big leaguing me, bro. I sent you a DM.
I will say
on Twitter.
I
literally humbling myself and apologizing to you, and you didn't even open it.
I feel disrespected by that because I
Are
have
you
set
that
up.
big
So I feel
now?
a
Are
little
you that
disrespected
big
by that
time
too.
now? You can't even look at one of my messages.
Jeez, Lord, I'm just saying.
Well, this has been fun. I've had a lot of fun, and like I said, it's something that there's never a problem talking to people, talking shit out. I've never had that problem in life. I always like talking things out. But as the following got bigger, you started to see how it was being misused in other areas, not specific to anybody here, but it's something I like doing. I like confrontation. I like talking. I like arguing. It's part of who I am. And so that's why I did the hater stream and then to turn into the common ground stream. But like I said, things that I couldn't control were having an impact, and that's why I had to back off of that. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how the next month or two goes. If I start seeing blowback on people on my team that aren't connected to this, then I'll obviously shy away from stuff like this. If I don't see blowback to people that aren't, like I said, go after Ryan, go after Uche, go after other people that are public. That's fine.
Please,
I got a question for
tell Ryan to stop talking to everyone. That's what we want to see. Ryan.
Hold on. I got a question for all the insane
I
YouTubers
appreciate
here.
you. I want to talk to Ryan. He ignores me.
Max, Hans is speaking finally. Let him speak before.
If for all this Hollywood stuff that everyone wants to see change, because everyone wants to see change in the for Star Wars, DC, anything, wouldn't it be better if all the content creators to do stuff like this more often and not let it turn into fights to actually bring the fandom to be one big one? Wouldn't it be better wouldn't that get more change better if everyone was just together?
Hans, I think that's always been the goal, honestly, in fandom and nerdom.
man,
there's just too many. There's too many egos, and there's too many differences of opinions.
But here's the thing. I feel like we got to that point, and I know there's like hindsight criticisms of it, but I'm talking about the moment it happened when Luke Skywalker returned in The Mandalorian.
We all loved it.
That was the moment. And then what happened a few months later? They fired Gina Carano. Now, again, some people in the panel cannot think that's a big deal, and that's fine. But that re-split it. So no, it's not my responsibility or anybody's responsibility on YouTube. It's Lucasfilm's responsibility. And as long as they make divisive content, you're going to get a divisive reaction.
Yeah.
And so
I think it's a huge deal.
Yeah, that Luke Skywalker moment was special, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic, and I felt like the fandom was
all over the world, bro.
Yeah, and I felt like the fandom was in a different place that it had been. It felt like almost like pre-Force Awakens level, but it fell apart real quickly when they did the Gina thing.
Yeah, I didn't like that because I said it like this. Listen, if you're gonna get rid of Gina Carano, I want you to get rid of Pedro Pascal. At least, all right. I don't agree with getting rid of anyone off the show.
You don't know.
Agreed. I don't want.
Okay, we don't know about that, Max. But
but he just supported a goddamn pedophile on fucking Twitter, dude.
Yeah,
So I know.
Oh, okay. You see, now it's getting heated again.
That's what he did. You supported Rosenbaum. That's what he
help
did.
me.
I'm the only Kara dude.
No.
What's the actor's name that plays Hulk?
Go to bed, Jeremy.
End the stream.
No way.
It's over.
Go to bed. Go to bed, Jeremy. Where's your 3PO?
Whoa, Sasha. I got a question for Jeremy. I got a question.
He doesn't like you.
All right.
This is an important one. Why haven't you given Drunk 3PO a raise? I see those dollar chats and super chats in his chat. It's cheap.
I mean, Drunk 3PO was flying in a helicopter about a month ago, okay? In a special event that he was at.
He is easily the most likable out of the entire group.
Jay is the only good person. He's the best of us. That's what we keep hearing. He's the best of us. But Jay's great, and he's doing awesome things. And I mean, like right now, Park Hopping is finally getting some traction. His videos are doing really well over there. Tugs and Lee and the crew doing a good job over there. So yeah, I mean, I love Jay. I love everything he's doing. And
that's not an answer, Jeremy. Just because he rides in a helicopter doesn't mean he doesn't.
He makes more money than I do. You see the Welcome to Rebellion program?
Simping for drunk so hard. It's embarrassing.
He already got a raise.
If anything, Jay needs to give me some money. Look at you see his streams. He gets all these super chats.
I thought.
No. He already got a raise. He got me.
Wow. The guy spent Christmas with Gina Carano, man. I think he's doing okay.
Yeah, I heard that.
He's with me. Shut
up.
up.
Max, let me tell you a story, okay, real quick. No. And you can appreciate this, Max. You can. Both my Dobermans died this last month.
Oh, that's sorry upsetting. For your loss. Okay.
And I was pretty crushed.
I retweeted that. Yeah.
Pretty crushed about that. I was pretty beside myself. And Drunk 3PO was one of the only ones that called me to check up on me and see how I was doing. That's a true friend.
Number. Yeah,
that's a true friend.
I did say I'm sorry to hear it. I retweeted this. I gave the support.
Well, I appreciate that, Max.
We got our own little Drunk 3PO in our group. That's sad.
But
you are funny, even though
Saggy's not lovable.
You are funny.
He's not a part of our group, Chris.
Wait, all right, I gotta put a 5-minute warning. I'm on the bounce in 5 because I gotta sleep. I gotta go to sleep. So
RJ,
if anyone has anything, 5 minutes.
Final question from someone or whatever you want to say. You know,
no more Hitler mustaches.
I did that to trigger Drunk 3PO to show the hypocrisy. You know, he added YouTube on Twitter.
You got to understand, none of us would have done that. None of us would have done that.
No.
Listen, everyone was like, "Whoa, that's a little much." So.
I remember when I was always intending to change the thumbnail. I said I could change the thumbnail.
You know,
the only other time I used it was because it pissed you off. And yes, when we stopped being friendly, we're still. I don't know what the hell we are. Stop being friendly. When we stopped being friendly, I did it one more time just to trigger.
And if that, Enosh has seen that Drunk 3PO gave his condolences for his grandmother too. So.
Listen, everybody likes Jay. We fucking get it. Jay's the man. We get it. Jesus.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Enough with this Jay simping. It's pissing me off.
Okay, Jeremy has 4 minutes. Drago, do you have anything to say?
No, I just had to deal with a 2-year-old who was vomiting all over herself, so I'm kind of like focusing on that. Yeah, my 2-year-old got sick.
I will ask the last question then. Jeremy, what for 2022?
No, Keely, no, he doesn't need the help.
Wow. So the last question, I guess, to end the night. Jeremy, what are the goals for 2022 for Geeks and Gamers? Because I'm going to make a prediction. I feel like DC content's going to be on the rise to the channel. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the process of trying to kind of expand down to Orlando, move everything down to Orlando, move everybody down to Orlando. I don't know if that's going to be accomplished in this calendar year or not, but that's the goal, which is taking a lot of my attention away from the day-to-day content. And so that's what we're looking to do, whether that happens or not. Plus, we have a big Orlando meetup that we're trying to schedule for October. And that's going to be a huge event if everything comes into play. And so that's kind of the plan for now. I don't know, how soon it'll come together, but hopefully within this year, you'll see me, Ryan, Jay, and a few of the other team in Orlando in a studio. So that's the plan. We'll see.
Echo base, stop.
No, it's funny. Let him ask the question.
They're mostly white in 3/4 white gamers.
Oh my! Here we go.
You're white.
I mean, if he's gonna use the joke, yeah, I'm white. Yes, mostly some white bros complaining
Max,
about.
I'm going to war with you.
I think Max should stop the Asian hate because we have a delicate Asian flower on the Friday Night Tights panel.
I know.
You need
Let
to
her
stop.
Speak.
She doesn't want to.
Oh my god!
So what are you trying? You're saying we need to force her to talk to make you happy?
Speak. Yeah,
there you go.
I want to know.
She's not a dog, Max.
The only thing I have left unresolved.
All I keep hearing is make these women do what I want, Jeremy, or you're going to be a bigot.
Make them say something. Yeah.
Why?
If you're going to point to them to excuse your other stuff, if you're going to virtue signal, at least have them say something.
Well, but you say they don't exist.
I didn't say they don't exist. They don't exist on the main channel, but this is just going circles. The main unresolved thing I have before you go, Jeremy, is Jeremy, tell Ryan Kennel to stop being a pussy and ignoring me. Yes, because that bitch is the reason he got monetization. I was the main event on that hitters. You're more of a man than he ever will be because he will completely ignore me. Stop being a pussy, Ryan. Come on.
Wow, Max said the
That's
B
what we want. We want another main event with Max versus Ryan Kennel. Please subscribe.
Wow.
I don't know how helpful that approach will be.
Well, that's what he'll recognize.
But
you know, how I get Ryan.
He doesn't take subtle suggestions like I've done.
Jeremy, for the record, it's very rare when Max.
So
really
I gotta
starts
go.
swearing
I gotta
lately,
go. All alpha dog. Stop being a pussy.
No, do it.
Thinking you're too cool for school when you know that I only debated Jeremy to begin for you, and then you became the biggest douche out there. Get on it, Kennel. Get on it. Stop ghosting me.
No,
Ryan did radicalize me, so.
Ryan
I know. I was completely wrong about you,
I've
Jeremy.
seen him in person. He's got muscles.
I never saw it coming with Kennel. Never saw it
buff
coming.
now. I saw him.
He's 10 times worse than you.
He's always looked like that. This part of the stream will be clipped and sent to Ryan. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you.
Ryan's too busy making Sports Wars our best channel.
He's too busy doing the same old bullshit. Kennel, you can't ignore me anymore.
We got your man. We got your man, Ryan.
That's old school Max there.
We got your man, Ryan.
Something positive at the end of the night with, I guess. Rishi wants to know what Jeremy thinks about the Batman.
I've enjoyed both trailers. I think it looks really good. I've talked about it very, very highly up to this point.
I don't like this comment. I don't like that.
It's terrible.
No, it's not for you.
I've got high hopes for Robert Pattinson's Batman up to this point. We'll see what happens, but so far what I've seen from it, I like what I see. So
I only called him a pussy because he likes to use that in his thumbnails. So I don't usually use that word.
That's the only way I can ever get his attention is go on Twitter and pick a fight with him. And
right.
Then he'll talk to you.
That's Ryan, man. He's
completely ignored me.
He's a machine.
He never gave me that. He never gave me that one-on-one. I said, "I'll come on your channel. You come on my channel." He's dodging me. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit.
I will be honest. I would say this was not how I thought my night was going to go whatsoever. I don't even think anyone made the stream go in this way at all.
I literally came on here to watch a video and bash on Jeremy. That's why I was here.
Chris loves everyone now. He's like,
and now I'm on some chill shit, man. Well, what can you do? You can't get mad at.
I gotta tell you to do this.
The person apologizes to you, and you realize you misjudged them. You can't keep bashing them.
So, does this new Batman, when he goes out in daylight, does he sparkle?
Oh, come on. That's a dad joke, Jolly. Get better material.
Hey,
all right, I'm gonna bounce on a call tonight, guys. So thank you for having me. Appreciate you having me. Appreciate all the questions. Chat, have a good night. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Tell Ryan to be a man. Please,
I'll talk to you guys later.
Jeremy. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Fucking roll.
You know what I should have asked him?
All right, he's gone. I'm leaving.
I missed it. I should have asked him. I should have asked him. Does he sleep in the house?
Hey, check out Snowdub.
All I wanted to do was
Jeremy left, so she left.
What did she leave?
Wow.
That was some fun.
She wasn't even here for you, Max.
I know she did. You want to know the truth? She's like, why am you sending me a link? I don't know. Jeremy. Oh,
yeah,
Jeremy's there.
What's going on?
When I saw, I was like, I want to get on that.
Because I was on with Jarbo, and then all of a sudden, no.
Oh, thanks a lot. You're not on with me, but you're on with Jarbo. I get it. I see.
Well,
I know how you feel, Jolly.
More people were watching. So.
Yeah, she never visits us anymore either. It's cool.
Oh man, I got the best sound clip from you, Max.
She's networking. She's networking. That's what she's got to do.
Can I just say real quick? I was supposed to
get off your horse.
I was supposed to be taking a break from MME, and now I came back. So
I bring people together.
Jeremy.
Deal with it.
Thanks, Jeremy.
You're all happy.
Hey, Jeremy brought us all back together,
Chris
right?
He's having the time of his life. He just loves everyone.
Well, not really. There's still a lot of shit I don't agree with, but. It always feels good to mend defense.
Broden is quiet. I never thought this would happen with Broden.
All I wanted to freaking do was ask Enoch for a goddamn stream, and you dogs shut up.
He said.
He will. I wanted a rapport, dude.
Yeah.
That's what they
okay,
said.
well, can you give Broden and
Here's the beauty of it. I literally now have a forever clip of Jeremy saying he grew his beard out for me. So thank you. I'm adding it to my new intro.
I had one question I wanted to ask him, and I forgot to, man. I wanted to ask him if he sleeps in the pool house.
Good night. Good night, Jeremy.
Jeremy, do you sleep in the pool house? I bet there's a bed in that fucking pool house.
I think
sorry.
he's had to.
It's Florida. They all have pool
I mean,
houses.
any married
That's
man understands
They all have
that.
pools
You know,
in Florida. I lived in Florida.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to get personal. I just mean his experience. Yeah, as a married man, I've had the.
So does everyone but Jarbo? Has everyone but Jarbo have a little bit of a different opinion of Jeremy now that this has happened?
I've had a different opinion.
I've already had it.
But you know that.
I still have the exact same criticism as I did before, but I still enjoyed it. Yes.
Yeah, me and Brodan had one for a while, but a few months ago we started saying, "Are we misjudging this guy?" But at the same time, we do take issue with some of the things he says on his videos. But everybody's going to do that. As far as Matt and Jeremy, those two are never going to get along.
So hold on,
RJ, I gotta go because it's 6 o'clock for me.
Pause. No, it's fine. Bye. So no, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, though, right? Next time Saggy says, just talk to somebody and maybe you'll change your opinion. Maybe listen to me. Matt Jarbo won't, and that's fine. But like when I say something, maybe just I don't think honestly, I don't feel like Jarbo like hates.
You sound like me.
You know that's not my style, man. Plus, you gotta imagine I didn't just pick the name Bipolar Nobody for nothing. It's up there, man.
I came in after drinking a freaking coffee, so I had like a large, like 450 milligram cup of coffee.
Oh, Matt, I came in.
And then
I told him I was going to slap the shit out of him.
So, and then how do you feel? How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
Well, how do you feel about the interaction with Jeremy now?
Again, there's like my biggest concern and the complaint is always the deflection. It's a lot of I ask a question and then it's immediately met with another question, which doesn't move the needle at all. Because there's a lot of I think criticism about the company that he keeps. Even if he doesn't believe that that is who he is, he sure does have no problem hanging out with people who do think like that. So I think that is an issue. And I think that there is a pipeline that we see with the algorithm, and that's been proven now, obviously, with the events of the last couple of years. And all I want out of him is like, like, hey, just acknowledge that, like, maybe, like, when it comes to discourse, like, you're not helping. How about that?
Did it, bro, Dan?
I would just
acknowledge me.
I would just say this. Based on my interaction with Jeremy,
only Brock can say that.
I think I could do a really great interview with them. So, Jeremy, call me.
Cloud Chaser.
Call me.
I don't think him and I could talk without it getting heated. I could admit that. Like we wouldn't.
I'm being serious. I'm being serious. I feel like I could really actually do a really good interview with them. Like a really good one.
But see, this is the thing.
No, I was gonna say that like I feel fine with it. I mean, like I said, I haven't talked about much of that stuff in months, and I've never had a personal issue against Jeremy. It was interesting talking to him for the first time. It was my first actual interaction with them, outside of the super chat.
Right, but see, this is what I'm saying.
Where did Max go?
But
he had to bed. He's old.
He went to bed. I'm in charge now. I'm in charge.
Oh, you can shut down the stream. How the hell are we going to shut down the stream?
No,
yeah, I would just say, like, based on the interaction, I feel content. So I'm cool. I'm cool with everything. So.
Well, and also for everyone in the chat, somebody in particular saying I'm simping for Jeremy. I have never been a hater of Geeks and Gamers people. I've heard bad things about them. I've gotten to know some people part of it, and then that led me to be a little bit more lenient and try to look at it in fair perspective. And I've always been consistent with that. Like, that's why I said me and Jarbo, if anything, we have been very consistent with our thoughts on Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers. And that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why people are saying, oh, well, you guys are
Thank you, Laser Luke. Thank you, Laser Luke. I will unite the fandoms. I will.
You won't.
Oh, God, no.
I'm going to unite the fandoms.
Stay away from my fandom, bro.
Wow, you ain't uniting nothing because you are all on board with the friggin' Geeks and Gamers.
I made just a couple videos.
It was more than a couple. It was more than a couple. You got monetized off that shit.
No, I'm not monetized.
But he could. Yeah, because YouTube said no, but you should have been monetized. Is what Hans is saying.
Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't. My bad. I know that's a touchy subject.
I'm just saying, me and Jarbo, if anything, have been the most consistent with our feelings on Geeks and Gamers in Germany.
Who?
Me and Jarbo, because Jarbo literally just went in on him, and he stands by his opinions, and I've always been like the person who's like, I'm gonna be fair with them. I'm gonna criticize them, but I'm gonna be.
If we ever get Doomcock on a live stream, that would be
that'd be the weirdest thing.
I mean, like, look, I would go on FNT. I would go into that whole fight too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not against it.
Oh my god!
So they would never want me to
really
do
still
that.
Going.
But that, I would.
Yeah, so
that's somebody I would trash and not stop trashing.
Where
I would
is
just keep trashing him.
Everyone made
which one?
Where is he?
Either Doomcock and maybe even Ryan Cannell. I have serious issues with Ryan Cannell.
Doomcock! I love Doomcock though. He's like part of my line with Doomcock is hilarious.
That toilet head, dude. I don't know, man.
I can't Fandom, but I love doing content on him. It's hilarious.
Can I ask a question? Because me and Jarbo, we were on the $3 theater. Like, what even got Jeremy to come on, in the chat or even come on? Like, what even started that?
Me and Brodan were streaming.
I don't know why we triggered him. I don't know.
Me and Brodan were streaming, and Max came over. And then Max was like, "Hey, I'll do a stream, and we can all do like a special surprise. I'm bringing you guys back on the panel, and we'll react to Jeremy's new video about Boba Fett."
I just wanted to have some fun tonight.
I'm like, okay, cool. So we got about maybe a minute and a half in it, and then the chat started blowing up, and it was Jeremy because we were making fun of his beard, and I said some stuff about how if you disagree with any of his right-leaning politics, he snaps out on you on Twitter and things like that. And I used to be a fan of his. I don't appreciate somebody turning the heel on me like that, And we thought it was a fake Jeremy, and he came in, and then me and him just started going at it. And I started screaming I was going to slap the shit out of him.
So you guys kind of went in, and then Jeremy just showed up, okay? Because we were watching it.
Jeremy forgot to sign his burner accounts.
Yeah,
no.
Well, Degrassi is here saying y'all will hate each other again less than a day. Too much stupid shit gets said on every side of the die. Nobody's changing anybody's mind. No one is changing anyone's mind. Change my mind.
Yeah, I don't think Degrassi knows anything about me and Brodan. Once we squash something, he usually stays squashed.
So my thing is like,
you're done, bro. I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Me and Jarbo were honest. Jarbo was literally about to end his stream, and then people came in and was like, Jeremy's going on with Mad Max. Because I was like, why is Mad Max streaming so late? And then we were talking about it. Then it was
his idea too.
And the funny, right? But that's what I'm saying.
I didn't
and then
know
all
it was
of a sudden,
this shit. I would have.
Anyways, and all of a sudden, people came in. Matt's chat was like, "Yo, Jeremy is about to go on with Mad Max," and we're like, "No, he's not. It's got to be an alt account." And I looked and I saw the check mark. I was like, "Oh shit, this is happening. What the hell?" So I went to go message Max. I saw he sent the link, and I thought he had sent it for that reason. But I guess he sent it before, so whatever. But I was like, I was even on stream like, should I go? Should I go? And as soon as Jeremy gets on, and I heard Chris yelling at Jeremy, and I was like,
because he came in at me first. He just targeted me out of nowhere. Just came in on me.
So as soon as I put the audio on, I heard Chris and Jeremy going at it. I was like, I gotta go. I was like, I gotta go.
You knew that was gonna happen too. You can't.
That's why I came on, because I know you, Chris.
When I get heated like that, man.
I know. That's why I came, because I know you. I knew you were going to get heated, and I was like, let me come on, because I feel like this is going to be a whole screaming fest, and somebody has to calm things down. And I love Max, but Max isn't 100% used to you yet, Chris, so I'm like, I have to come on there and calm down, Chris. I knew, Chris.
And I can't ask any more from Jeremy, man. I really can't, man. Now, him and Matt are always going to have differences, man. They are. And there's a lot of shit I don't agree with that Jeremy says. But at one time, me and Brodan were fans of Geeks and Gamers, and we felt they went heel,
But that's what I told everybody, because everyone asked me, and this is the thing, everyone kept asking me my experience with meeting Jeremy and everybody in Geeks and Gamers, and I would tell them my experience, and then they just get mad at me about it, and I'm just sitting there like, what the hell?
They're mad because they wanted you to say, yeah, he was horrible. He was
right, exactly.
That's why I had to purge my content.
Did somebody fall asleep on stream? Like someone's like breathing like super heavily.
I don't know. Well, anyway, I had to purge my content. I had to purge my content of people. I had to literally say people tell them to get the fuck out of here, because every time I did a stream, people really wanted me to be this Trojan horse to speak against these people. I mean, I got tired of it. I'm like, you know what? If you want to do this, do it yourself. And that's what I can't stand about some of these people. These people that hate on us for not saying the exact right thing, Geeks and Gamers, are too much of cowards to go and make their own fucking content, make their own voice, make their own goddamn thing.
Oh, they loved it. We spent 2 years bashing on Geeks and Gamers.
Yeah, I'm done with it. I'm tired of it.
Now, one or two times you were like, well, I don't know. I kind of agree with Jeremy on that one. I can't get mad.
Jeremy did
our own crowd would come at us and talk shit about us because we weren't echoing them.
You know what, dude? I'm going to say it like this. Jeremy did one thing that Jesse Milestone, Anna, or none of these people would do. Came straight up and collect. That's it. Straight up. And I have respect for that. I said that about Jarbo. If you come to me, I'm not going to kill you. Now, some people, I might just go off on them for the hell of it. But for the most part, if it's someone I want them to get in with me, that's fine.
Y'all's mad as shit when I woke up and realized I missed that Jarbo stream.
Oh, dude, Matt's dumbass was high the whole time, so he's mad at himself. But yeah,
Matt came in and didn't know it was Matt Jarbo.
I laughed my ass off.
That's funny. That is funny. It was
that's not the first time too.
He was
We
streaming
spent
when
a
it
year
happened.
trying to get this fucking dude on our panel, and Matt came in and he was so high that he saw Matt and he was like, "Who's this dude?" And he just like dipped out. And then later on, when he woke up and found out it was the real Matt Jarbo, he was mad, bro. That was some funny shit.
Oh, I remember a bit of that.
Well, the thing about it was that's what I
Night
do.
geeks, love you geeks.
And Saggy just came to me and was like, "Chris, you gotta let that shit go, man." And
well, better, buddy.
Then she explained it all to me, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna send him a tweet in the DMs because me and him have had arguments on Twitter before, and just let him know, man, my bad. And then he never read it, because he's big time now. So.
See, here's the thing that people need to understand, and I know that my friends get it, but like I socialize with everybody. Like I'm right, I talk to everybody because I don't want to sit here and hear, oh well, this person's a piece of shit. Let me find out on my own, because if that's the case, I wouldn't have talked to anybody. Everybody here on this panel has, at least at some point, somebody has told me, don't talk to those guys, they're bad people. Don't talk to Jarbo, he's a bad person. Don't talk to Snowdub, he's a bad person.
Nobody said not to talk to me. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying,
anyway.
But I'm saying a lot of people will tell me these people are bad people. Well, let me find out for myself. And I have found that everybody here that I've talked to, whether you guys agree with each other or not, I like you guys for my own reasons. And I get criticized harshly for doing that. And it's like that's all I'm doing. I'm not chasing clout. I'm networking. I'm meeting people. I'm making friends. Like, if you guys think that making friends is clout chasing, then I guess I'm a clout chaser. Cool, sure, I will accept that. But I love the people that I've gotten to get to know throughout all this experience being a YouTuber.
This bull's running from me.
Like, honestly, everybody I've met has a great personality. They have good takes. They have bad takes. The problem is like people they take opinions and differences of opinions and they literally just make it like the end all be all for their takes on people. Like, oh my God, Jarbo thinks the Snyderverse is ending. Let's all just friggin' hate Jarbo now. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers didn't like Shang-Chi and he thought this and that. Let's all hate Jeremy. Like, sometimes you have. I like to read between the lines, and sometimes people criticize me for that, and that's fucking fine. But like, can we all just like understand, like, not everybody is as bad as we make them out to be. Jarbo is not as bad as people make him out to be. Jeremy, in my opinion, is not as bad as what people make him out to be. And that's just my opinion.
Good night, Anthony.
RJ's worse than what people make him out to be, though.
I was gonna say RJ's pretty bad.
What did I do?
Terrible.
RJ's a bitch.
RJ's a bitch.
That's what you did.
You gotta watch out for RJ.
RJ, so everyone knows, never play Mario Party with RJ. The game, it works in his favor.
Never play Among Us with him either.
It's not my fault.
Oh yeah, in Among Us, he just blames Saggy all the time.
Yeah, he always blames me, and I get kicked out for no reason. 90% of the time, RJ, when you said it was me, it wasn't fucking me. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, Chris, you on for the Spider-Man roundtable tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Great, because I got a fucking. I hope
a little bit of football, a little bit of food.
All right, seems like a lot of people are going to bed. So
it's like about 6 o'clock.
Oh, I'm wiped out.
Little bitches. Oh wait,
I gotta fucking get ready.
I can't believe nobody liked my Darth Maul. 50th anniversary Lucasfilm Darth Maul. Nobody said anything.
You're a simp for him. That's why.
Check out my merch. Go to snowdub.com. Check out my great T-shirt store. We got puff shirts and
after what
patriotic puppet shirts and yeah, come on by tomorrow and check out my live stream. We're gonna do a live unboxing. I thought I was still plugging my channel. Hang on there, Chris.
Unboxing of
simmer down there. Put the crack pipe down.
Unboxing of what? A puppet?
Show my channel. Hang on. I'm gonna actually unbox this tomorrow.
Oh no, I've got that.
Ultimate McCready figure. Yeah.
the hand wasn't blue.
Hey,
I'm confused.
that hand wasn't blue. What the hell?
Hey, you know what? I gave one of those to Rodan for Christmas last year, but it was a Predator.
Yep.
That's my favorite movie, so I can't wait to unbox this. I finally found a backup one, so I can unbox one of them now.
So should we do a part 2 of the stream tomorrow, or it's just Snowdub and Jarbo?
Oh God!
No,
I'd watch it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd watch it.
Only if he pulls the fucking microphone out of his mouth.
Sorry, I did turn the gain down. I tried. It's this
you gotta
StreamYard
microphone like I do. It's just gonna seem loud, man. I don't
yeah, well, and StreamYard also will automatically like fuck with it. So
yeah, the voice level. They'll do the voice level thing.
Yeah. Oh, I see why I somehow got cranked to 120. What the fuck? All right. There we go.
And I don't want to hear shit, bro. Man.
Sure.
You will bow down to the baddest Sith ever. I don't want to hear about these Darth Nihilus.
Oh, that's a dope figure, dude. Where'd you get that?
I don't want to hear. Maul was the greatest, man. After you watch season 7, Maul was the best, dude. The way he went out with Obi-Wan.
Darth Vader existed, but okay, we'll just start taking lies.
Darth Vader. Everybody always has to.
Nah, he's right. Maul is better. Maul is better.
Maul is better. Way more complex than any Sith, except for maybe what's his face with the purple lightsaber and the Revan. Yeah.
Yeah, Revan's pretty dope.
Even though he wasn't a Sith, I'm still kind of partial to General Grievous. I just thought he was super cool with 4 lightsabers, man. This is badass.
I thought it was super cool when the baddest Jedi of all time killed him. I thought that was pretty cool.
With a gun.
I think Mace Windu is the baddest Jedi ever. That's
He's absolute what?
Oh no! Don't get him started.
Hey, Mace Windu beat the Emperor.
This dude, this dude beat Grievous. He beat
Emperor
Anakin
beat
in his
Yoda.
prime.
Mace Windu beat the Emperor.
The Emperor let him
Darth Maul in half.
We're gonna be real.
And he ended up killing Maul later.
This stream could go another hour.
That's some bullshit.
I don't know. Maul's. I don't know, man. Maul's dope.
We're gonna have to put a cap on it now, but
agree to disagree.
Yeah, so go check out Broden and Chris. Go check out Hans and whatever he does on Twitch. Go check out
I wouldn't.
Go check out Saggy's OnlyFans. It's just her feet.
Go check out Josh's channel. Go check out
that's perfect. You know, that's that's worth an
Yeah, don't watch Saggy's YouTube channel. Just subscribe to her OnlyFans. That's all she
Go to her
anyway.
OnlyFans.
Wow.
She's got really cute feet, man.
Oh, she sends them to me for
What
free.
the fuck?
You guys are
and go check out $3 Theater. So
where we don't feature her feet. So
what do you feature? I know.
If you want to check out my channel, what I do, and Max's channel too. Make sure you subscribe to Movie Madison Entertainment if you want to.
Not do that. I don't like.
Or not. Do what you want. Maybe become a member. Max wants memberships to go up, I guess. Congrats.
You know what? Max can become a member of me. How about that?
Way to celebrate Max's.
Where's my members?
Way to celebrate Max's 5K than having
and
Jeremy
what he somehow accomplished tonight inadvertently.
Yeah, I like how that's. Hey, we're the reason you got the 5K tonight. I like to say that. You know,
hell yeah.
I'm unsubscribing now.
Well, happy 5K, Max, and good night, everybody. Sleep well. Peace out.
Peace.